Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the MS7 Morning Show. Hope everyone slept well. Hope you are doing fine this morning as well. Good morning, Sim Universe. Good morning, Illegitimate Humans. Good morning, JJ Cord Cutters. Good morning, Andiria. I'm waiting a few minutes for a few other people to get in this morning. Give it a few minutes. Let's see if a few other people can get in this morning. Hope all is well with everyone this morning. Hope you had a good weekend. Good morning, 351 Cleveland. I'm just going to go over some little news that I came across. Not too much. Good morning, Kiko. How are you this morning? Good morning, Sam. Good morning, Ultimate Streams TV. It's giving it a couple of minutes for other people to get in. Good morning, Pepsi Color Boy, to the last drop. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's had a well weekend. I caught a little bit this morning about the sale. I missed it, a little flash sale that Tech Review had last night on the Silver Baton. I missed that. It sounded like a great sale. 20, I think about $25 on the Silver Batons. I missed that sale. Sounded like a great sale. I would have snatched about one or two of them. So, good morning, Brittany. How are you this morning? You can stay in the chat if you like, or you can pop on if you like. I'll put the link out if you like to get on and talk about what we're going to talk about the other day. I'll put the link out if you'd like to get on. If not, you're welcome to stay in the chat. Oh, $23. That's an even better deal. Is the sale still going on, or is it over with? From what I looked at this morning, it said it was only on sale for a couple of hours. But I'll check later and see after the show because I didn't get a chance to check and see if the sale had extended. But what little bit I seen, it looked like it was a pretty good sale. So you can't beat that deal, $23, because I thought 38 was a great deal for the sofa for time, but $23, that's an even better deal with the coupon code that Simi had. That was a really good deal. So if you guys missed out on that, you missed a great deal. But you can still check it out. Go over to Tech Review's channel and check out that deal if you're able to. If I don't know if anybody in the chat has that deal. 1 second. Just a second, you guys. Let me see something. Okay. Yes, I don't know. Like I said, if that sale, I know it was a flash sale, so it's probably over with. But if it's not, I would still check and see because sometimes it'll be a flash sale, but sometimes it'll extend. So you never know. You can still check and see if you can get that price. It's $23 according to Simi. Yeah, $23.99. You can't beat that deal for sofa baton. I mean, I would even consider getting two of them for that price. Gifting it, saving it, buying it, and Christmas is coming up soon. Giving it out to a few friends and family, Good morning, Streaming Wizard. How are you this morning? Wow. Latif said he got the remote for $16, so that's an even better deal. I mean, wow. That's one deal I missed. $16, for a sofa baton. Man. Wow. They were trying to that new one must really get ready to come out then. If it was as low as 23 and $16, the new one must really be about to come out. Because I couldn't imagine, getting it for that cheap. Good morning, Mr. James. How are you this morning? Good morning, illegitimate humans. I think I said good morning to you earlier, but in case I didn't, good morning. Good morning, Miss Lenore. How are you this morning? So, you guys, you still have a chance. I don't know if I have any mods in the chat, but if I have any, make sure, if you're able to, put Tech Review's information in the chat and go over to his channel, or if you already subscribed to him, go over there and see if you can go to Amazon and get that discount code and try to see if you can go over there and grab that sofa baton, because for 16 or even good morning, Deacon Butler, or even $23, that's a great deal. That's a great deal on a sofa baton. You can't beat that price. And like I said, even if you decide not to keep it, you could save that for Christmas and even gift it to for friends and family, for that price. And you could use it for more than just your TVs or streaming boxes. You could use it for your you can use it on your ceiling fans, your vacuum cleaners, your anything Bluetooth. You could use it on. Music devices. There's so many devices that you can use that on. So make sure you go out there and grab them as long as it's on sale for that price. Maybe they'll come out with it again between now and Christmas. Maybe that flash sale will come out again. So make sure you try to take advantage of that price. And while you're at it, smack the thumbs up if you haven't. So let me see. One second, let me go back to some things. I was just going to talk about some basic news. I know that a lot of people have been having problems with some of their apps, showing been having problems with their apps being down, showing no data. There's been a lot of apps. Good morning, Deacon Butler.
Good morning, people. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, chat. How's everybody?
Oh, blessed and highly favored.
That's it. All day, every day.
Yeah, as long as they're above ground, that's a good day.
Every day.
Good morning, Quentin.
That's
Good
it.
morning, Latif. Yeah, I missed that deal last night. That
Flash and the baton?
Yeah, on a sofa baton. I missed it.
What did it come down like 25?
Latif said he got it as low as $16.
Oh wow.
Oh snap! That's what I was saying. Even if I wasn't getting it for myself,
Man, no
I
limit
would
on
get that and save it for Christmas. I would
So-
get that and re-gift that to a family member for Christmas.
I talked to Paper Plate. He didn't tell me nothing about that, man.
Yeah, I said I don't know if the sale is over with because it was supposed to be a flash sale, but even with it being a flash sale, I would buy up them, a couple of them, and give them out to family, friends and family.
Right.
For Christmas. You can't beat that for friends and family for Christmas, at least.
Right.
You know.
Hold on one second, Sharon. Let me blast the link a little bit and see what's going on here.
Okay. I know there's a lot of sports and stuff going on this weekend, or is boxing and basketball. And I heard there's 2 teams out with a lot of COVID going on too, which is
About right.
2 baseball teams that got to end up with a lot of COVID. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. How they're going to do that? Where they be end up um, sitting down a lot of people with the baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't beat it with a hammer, Sam.
No doubt.
How they're going to redo the baseball, because there's two major teams I seen this morning on the news with COVID. So they're going to have to see how they're going to revise that,
Mm-hmm.
because that's pretty bad. And it says Amazon Prime Day is going to have some top smartphone deals
Mm-hmm.
on. Let me see. It says Amazon Prime Day will begin on August the 6th ahead. So I guess they're going to have a pre-Prime Day sale on August the 6th, and I posted it in our MS7 Telegram group.
Hey, they just stop playing. You just do it already. You know, you waited long enough. Give us something.
Yeah, they're going to have a smartphone deal.
Okay.
So they're going to sell some some Samsung flagship phones on the 6th, on August the 6th. It says Amazon is looked to offer 40% off mobile and accessory top brands, tied up with the DFC Bank. Sales off 10% off a card EMID transactions is going to be top of 25,000 off premium Samsung flagship, up to RS, and 10,000 off top Apple 11 and iPhone 8 devices. And it says Prime. These are Prime Day flash sales. They're gonna be starting. They're gonna start at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Note 9, huh?
When's that? Not today, right?
No, this is August the 6th. This starts August the 6th. These sales start on August the 6th. So mark your calendar. And it's in our MS7 like I said, I posted this in our MS7 Telegram group. They're gonna start on the Remy 9 Prime, the Remy Note 9 Note, the Remy 9 Note Max Go flash sale starts at 10, then 12 noon, then 2 p.m., 4 p.m., then August 6th. On the same day, they will honor at 9 a.m. They will also be available for flash sales at 11. Then the next day, they're going to have a Remy Note 9 Pro and a Remy Note 9 Note, the Remy Note Max Go flash sale at noon, 2 p.m., 4 p.m. Phones listed during the sale. Also will be listed during the sale. And then down below, they also have a whole list of other phones. But there's a long list of things they're going to have. Anyway, the sale basically starts on August the 6th. But they're only going to be on phones, though, from what I'm reading, that they're going to do this. And actually, this Prime Day sale is going to be on this August the 6th and August the 7th. This Prime Day sale, and they're going to be on phones.
Oh, okay.
Just so you guys know. Not going to be the regular Prime Day sale. This is going to be on phones. So just so you guys know, it's not going to be on a whole bunch of regular Prime Day stuff that we're excited about. So from what I'm reading, let me go back through and see if I see any other stuff that they list. I'm just skimming through because there's a whole bunch of stuff on here, but I'm only seeing phone related stuff. Yeah, it's just basically phones, but that's a start.
Oh yeah.
But their main Amazon Prime is going to be on. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Bama fan, Shelly Shell. Good morning, Leighton. But yeah. But it's a start for Prime Day. At least they're getting something started with Prime, Amazon Prime. But from what I'm reading, what I've read in the past, their main Amazon Prime is going to really start in September.
Okay.
Yes, but going back to baseball, MLB schedule is a mess, especially with this COVID going on. You know, like I said, two teams, and I should have wrote it down. I watched it on the news this morning, but I was getting ready. So I said two teams definitely have COVID. A lot of the members have COVID. So yeah, this we're gonna see how that plays out. Also, for those of you seen it this morning when I got up in the MS7 Telegram group. Thank you, Flagnag. I'm not Flagnag. I'm sorry. Thank you, Funksterby. He did post our MS7 build in the MS7 Telegram group. For those of you who are requesting the MS7 build, Funksterby did post it this morning in our MS7 Telegram group. So it is in our group now. So thank you, Funksterby, for posting that. Let me see.
Sorry about this, Sharon. Sorry.
You're not doing anything. At least I don't hear anything.
Would you lose your place?
Pardon me?
So would you lose your place?
Did I do what?
Lose your place?
Oh, no, I didn't lose my place. I didn't lose my place at all.
Oh, okay.
No, I was saying that, no, I understand what I was saying. I was saying about the build being in MS7, being in MS7 Telegram group.
Yeah, I think he did a fork on it on 18.8, I believe.
Oh, okay. So he updated our build and it's in the MS7.
Right.
Yeah, and if anybody like to get it out of our MS7 and post it in the chat, they're welcome to, or you could just go to good morning to Butcher and congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, sir.
Congratulations to you and Blue on your proposal. I watched the replay. I was watching it Friday, and I ended up having to leave. So I seen all the way up to the part, and I seen when you put the suit on. And I guess I ran in the store, and then I missed the rest of it. So I'm glad I watched the replay. But congratulations to you and Blue.
Indeed. Sir.
Yes, so congratulations. I'm so happy for you. And the link is in the chat if you'd like to get on, or you're welcome to stay in the chat. Either one.
Come on, tell us about it.
Yeah, but you're welcome to get on and tell us about Friday, or you're welcome to stay in the chat. Either one is up to you.
Those of us who missed it.
Yes, come on, Clifford. Yeah, you're welcome to give us a replay of Friday. Yes. Also, on the first, in case you guys, Beyonce came out with Black is King out on Disney. Of those of you who want to watch it, you can watch it on Disney, or of course on any of the streaming devices that you choose to watch it on. And I haven't looked at it yet because, of course, today I will be watching the movie that the Butcher picked and the movie that I chose. I'll be watching the movies that I have to watch to go ahead and get ready for our show that we will be watching Pass or Play on Wednesday. So I want to make sure I get the movies out and watch. Yes. All right. Yes, I definitely can. And I definitely probably will watch it on our updated MS7 build if I don't end up watching it on Plex. Also, I want to speak on some of the apps that's been acting up, which I had written them down and I can't find the page. But like I said, there have been some apps that have been acting up, like in Typhoon. There's some of the mostly the terrarium apps that have been clones, basically, that have been acting up. Um, like when you get ready to play them, um, the movie part, or whatever they've been saying, that they're let me look it up. Let's see. 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning,
How are
Mr.
you this
Bella.
morning?
What's up, Dabs? Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, Devs.
Thank you. Thank you. Just enjoying a day off. I had taken a few days off from work, and I am just relaxing, doing nothing. My second cup of coffee in me.
You sound very relaxed, sir.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm trying to. I've got till Thursday, so
For what? Did you go
till
back?
I go back.
Oh man, you got a long time off, man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It's like a vacation.
yeah. It was a little mini vacation, but the bad thing is if I get to drinking too many times, it's like last night. I went out with my buddy. He was in the chat, Shaggy. We
Uh,
went out. We went out to our favorite brewery for celebration of my engagement, and I had too many.
no such thing, sir. Nobody likes Twitter.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's like today I'm like, okay, all right. I mean, don't feel terrible, but just enough. You know how you get that slowness to get going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was so beautiful. Like I said, I watched the replay Saturday. It was so beautiful. Made me teary eyed. I was like, oh, that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Well, I tried to make it as special as I could, being that I'm still so far away, and I didn't want to just propose over Skype to her and say, "All right, well, hey, let's get engaged." And it's
Yeah, with COVID,
she's
it's
never,
made stuff so difficult.
yeah, and she's never been engaged, so I wanted it to be, memorable, and it just made it fun to have all of our friends there, and then a plus to have all of the people that have followed her and me throughout the years.
Hmm.
It was neat to have those people there and giving well wishes. And I told her, I said, well, at least it's there.
Yep.
It's out there. Anybody, I said, we can watch it anytime we want now.
Right. And hey, and it was still did in front of family. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, it
Oh
was
yeah.
done in front of streaming family, in front of your
Yeah.
streaming family.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
like I
Yep.
always
And
say, we're not your biological family, but we're streaming family. So it still was
yep.
did in front of family.
Exactly. Exactly. And then it
Mhm.
was neat because her family was watching. On my family, I had my son and daughter were watching the stream, and my daughter even jumped on the show for a few minutes to say
Yeah.
congratulations. And
Yeah.
Blue's
Yeah. We got
girlfriend
to
was
see your
on there.
daughter.
Yeah. So it
Hmm.
was neat.
Yeah. And like you said, it'll always be on film. So they'll be there a lifetime.
Yeah. 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 I mean, as long
Hmm.
as Facebook or YouTube don't decide to kick it,
No,
as long
hey,
as they
you
don't
could
delete it.
always use IDM and record and download it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's easy for me to Well, yeah, I can download it myself, which I probably should just to have
Yeah,
it
you should go ahead.
in case
Use one of IDM
YouTube.
or something and record it and save it for
Yeah.
or something
Yeah. So.
or tube mate, record it
Hmm.
for offline so you'll have it. You and Blue will have a copy of it. I would.
Yeah. Well, she
Hey, she
wanted to.
does Flex. Download and put
Yeah.
on the Flex.
Yeah. True. She wanted to. She wanted to edit it, and
Hmm.
she was going to
Just
edit it
that part.
just that part of it. She
Right,
says, "I want to
right.
have it so I can have just the proposal part." She says,
Yeah.
because she said, to be honest, she says it was very sweet. She said, but there was so much going on, and I was so nervous when this all started. She said, I didn't even hear anything you said other than "Will you marry me?"
Nice. the most important part, man.
I said, well, at least you caught that part.
Right?
Now I know. Now I
made-
know what you meant when you were saying, when you kept saying on the show that morning when you were on my show, you was like, there's gonna be a show. No one's gonna forget. They're gonna be talking about it. They're gonna be
I
talking
did.
about it. You kept saying that when you were
Yep.
on my show that morning.
Yep, I
Or
said
on
it
our
here.
show that morning.
Yep, I said it here. I was like, you guys, this is something you're not going to have seen before.
We're going to be talking about it.
Yep.
And we're sure still talking about it.
Yep.
So Daz, what made you want to do it then and there? I mean, what did just the moment hit you, or what did you?
Well, I wanted to propose. My plan was to go up there in June or July and propose.
Okay.
That was my plan originally. And this was back in Marchish. I was thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
But as we know, with the COVID situation, the Canadian and U.S. border is still closed.
Right.
You can't cross, so I can't go there. So over time, I was trying to figure out, and I was talking to some of the guys at my work, and I said, I could always propose. I could always propose on my show, kind of halfway joking.
Right.
And Forrest, one of the guys that works with me, says, that's a great idea. I think that's exactly what you should do. And I was like, And I'm thinking, I was just kind of half-assed joking with it because I'm thinking, He says, seriously, that's what you should do. He says, you guys, your relationship grew over your hobby, and you guys got to really know each other through your shows. And he says, so all of your friends that you have through the years on your shows, he said, so I think that's a great idea. He says it's very unique. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, yeah. So that just kept spinning in my head of how I was going to pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ordered the ring. It took them a little over a month and a half for me to get it because they were closed for a while. Got the ring finally, then mailed it, worked it out with her family, mailed it there, sweated like a fiend about, was it going to get lost in the mail?
Mm-hmm.
Shipping it there, but they got it, and then thought about the premise of the show. And I'll say Streaming Wizard actually gave me the thought of a throwback show because he was talking about having a throwback show with me and some other people on it. And that sparked in a thought of, hey, what about a Nan throwback reunion? Okay. So just one piece into another piece all came together, and then the flowers, and I thought, hey, what a great way of a segue to give her the ring, not just some box that she would just open, but the ring being mixed among the bouquet of flowers.
Okay.
So yeah, it was. And then one of the guys at my work, when we were talking about it last week, and he says, well, what are you going to wear? And I was like, well, I'll just wear my t-shirt and I'll get down on my knee. And he says, why don't you wear a suit? And I said, who wants to wear a suit the whole show?
Right.
Because you don't have to wear it your whole show. And then I was like, well, you do. I do have to turn my camera off. My plan was to turn off the camera there for a few minutes while the flowers were being brought down. And I said, I could change real quick. I can, thought about it. I'm like, I can do that. So, yeah, I went ahead and changed my clothes. And then once I saw the flowers come downstairs, I saw Blue turn her head and said to her daughter, what are those? And then she asked her daughter, well, why are you all dressed up? And then that was when I turned my camera on, and I was like, okay.
There you go. Look at you.
You had changed out of that suit so fast. It looked like you seemed like you were a magician. I mean, you changed like that out of that suit. I was like, wow, that was some quick changes.
Yeah, I did. That was because it was hot. Because I still had my t-shirt on underneath it. So, I actually just pulled the suit off and just had it tossed right on my couch and put it away after I got done with the show. But yeah, it was a fun,
lovely,
exciting time. And it's
that's
fun
the only part I bet. Yeah.
It really sucks too that she can't get here and you can't get to her. That sucks.
Yeah, no, that is COVID. It does. It makes stuff so. Wow.
Yeah. Well, and that was one of the things I talked to her daughter about when before it all happened, and I said, all right, if you would, can you be down there and just talk with you? And that was, you saw Blue actually went off. She turned her camera off for about 3 or 4 minutes. First, she was overwhelmed, and so she needed a minute to collect her thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And her daughter was there giving her hugs, and they were talking. And she said, then she told me, she goes, I kind of just completely forgot that we were still on live. And I was like, yeah. And you're sitting there, your best friend and my daughter sitting there waiting to say thank you or saying congratulations since she didn't have your camera. She goes, I had to collect myself. She says, because I was a mess there for a minute. She said, because I knew it was going to, she said, I knew it was going to happen at some point.
Right. You're ready for it.
She says, but I never thought that it would happen right then and like that. She says, so I was completely.
Perfect. Did a good job then. She was totally surprised.
Yeah. So it.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great,
That's I've thanked many people in a lot of my chats or in my groups and said thank you to the people that were on the show, and thanks to the people that were watching my show, and thanks to the people that helped for me to pull it off, because it wasn't just me. It took so many people to make it all come together as it did, and I'm grateful to have the friends and family that I have and the people that helped me and made it special for her and me. And for me, I wanted it special for her. And I mean, I wanted it to be a day that, she would be able to smile every time she thought of it. And that was my goal. And every time I see her now, she's still smiling. She's like this morning, she's all grinny and she's like looking at her hand. She goes, "Oh, did I tell you I'm engaged?" I said, "Oh, are you now?" I said, "What a lucky guy!" Oh, wow.
That guy must be lucky.
Well, I knew her when she left Phoenix. Well, before she left Phoenix, that was when she was talking with Nan people, and we didn't even get into that because at the time or on Friday's show there was so many people and it was chaos. When she was still in Phoenix as a playlister, she was friends with us. She joined our Telegram group and was talking with us. So that's got to be 4 years, at least over 4 years. And she was just talking with us. And at the time, Adam actually told her that she needed to stop talking to us. He told her, he says, "I've heard that you're hanging around in the in Noobs and Nerds Telegram groups, and I think that you need to stop hanging out with them. They're not a good influence on you, and they are going to cause problems for you. So I think it's best if you stop hanging in their group and talking with them." And I mean, again, that's when we've talked about some of the different mindset that TVA had versus other people. And Adam basically was telling her, and then he told her, he says, "Well, if you continue to hang with them, we're going to have to rethink your position and your playlist in Phoenix."
Nice. I guess that was a bit of a conflict of interest, though.
Well, no, nobody really thought of it because it wasn't at that time. We didn't have an add-on. We didn't have a playlist add-on. We weren't messing with any of that kind of stuff. We weren't, we had Metallic and our builds and our this or that, but wasn't like, well, we're trying to get some inside information and he said, well, I think that, they promote builds. We don't promote builds. And when he told her that he would have to, they may have to reevaluate her playlist in Phoenix, is when she said, "Wait a minute, whoa." Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that was when she said, that's when she had said that she said, maybe it's time for me to move on and leave. And when she left, Valhalla and the new Pirate Bay TMDB left also. And then that was when Bob was created and down the road. But so it's been 4 years back that we knew, and I know we weren't, of course, we weren't romantic at all back then. I mean, I actually wasn't really. I liked her, but I didn't really like her a lot.
Right.
She I don't know. Yeah, and there was just sometimes she would be a little bit more opinionated. And she was new, so it was like I'm thinking, you just came in here and you're all of a sudden, she wasn't bossy, but she had a definite opinion at times. And I'm thinking, what the hell, you come rolling up in here and be giving out thoughts, and I just thought, because she'd been doing playlisting for a long time, so she had experience in aspects that. So it was just a little bit. I wasn't sure if she was going to work out. I was like, I don't know about this, but yeah, time went through, and once I got separated from my wife, her and I, and then that was when Jen got. I was separated. I got separated in September. Then we released Jen. In December? Then, so it was me, her, Mid, and a couple others working on Jen, and then everybody got their letters in January or February of that year. And at that time, everybody in Nan closed up except for Blue and I. And it was her and I working on we had to keep Jen going, and the Universal Scrapers, Nan Scrapers, we had to keep that going. We were talking every single day because of that.
Right.
So it was a partnership in trying to keep the project going, and we worked at it, and over that time of you talking to someone every day and talking about the project, but then we'd also talk about life, yeah, how she grew up and different aspects and things that happened in my life and my family, and over time it just
got to know each other.
Yeah, it blossomed, and then I was like, I had met her one time in Toronto when I met a bunch of met Diesel and all that in Toronto. Didn't talk to her that much then, and so then I went back to Canada in June of that year to see her, because we've been talking for months, and I was like, I want to meet you one-on-one.
Right.
And it was just we kicked it off right off the bat. I mean,
so how many times have you actually seen her in person?
In person, 12 times.
Okay, so you've seen
10 to 12. Quite a few then.
Yeah,
10 to 12. Yeah, 10 to 12 times that she's either between me going there or her coming here. This past Christmas, she was here for 2.5 weeks. So she was here for 2.5 weeks at Christmas.
Oh,
then
nice.
She had time, and she came in February, right before the lockdown. She came for a week then. So yeah, and I've met her family. I've met all of her family, her sister and her best friends, and been around them. So I've seen her in that aspect, and she's seen my family and my friends, and so she is such a kind-hearted person. She really is just. I mean, she's one of these type of people that will not kill a spider that's in the shower. If you know how sometimes in the shower a spider or something will be in there. She's the type of person, and she does it. She does. I mean, I've actually witnessed her do it. Her get a piece of paper or a box and put the little bitty spider in the box, carry it outside, and then release it outside. And I was like, I said, me? I'm like, oh, if he's in the bathroom, in the tub, well, he's just wanting to go on down the drain.
Right. Throw a little water on him and help him out.
Yeah. So, yeah, she don't, but she won't. That's like, no. She is just so, I mean, I'm like, man, but it's just, she's just a kind-hearted person. And I'm like, like animals on the road. She can't take animals that's been hit on the road. She just, it seriously disturbs her. I'm like, oh, well, it sucks, but.
So where you going to live, you think?
I'm going to move to Canada.
Okay.
I'm moving there. Probably next year.
Okay.
Yeah, next year, hopefully everything will be open back up. Hopefully, you'll get something about COVID. Sandman has a question for you.
Oh, I don't know. There's people been talking. Some of my friends have been talking about it, so I don't know how that's all going to play out quite yet.
So are you going to do a live bachelor? Are you going to do a live YouTube bachelor party?
No. No, we're not. I'm not having it. There's no evidence of that going to happen. I mean,
no evidence.
I mean, come on now. I'm not asking for her to videotape her bachelorette party. Hey, you do you, boo. You go on and do your thing. She'll go out with her girlfriends, and hey, I'm fine with that. And I'll go out with my buddies. And but
so what's
the
gonna
thing,
happen with, sorry to cut you off. What's going to happen with work for you then if you go to Canada?
I don't know. We'll figure. I'll have to figure that out. There's a lot. I mean, I've got options. I could always be a butcher there if I really want to, but then I might try to change fields of my work. It might be a time to make a change.
All right.
So I don't know. I mean, we've talked about it. She's completely open for me taking some time off. She's like, you've worked your whole life. If you want to take some time off to decide about that, do that.
Now, is her living here out of the question?
Pardon me?
Is her living here out of the question?
Yeah. She has her daughter, and I mean not. And I'll try to be. Her daughter had a brain cancer. She had a tumor. And when she was a teenager, and she had like 15 surgeries.
Wow.
When she was an adolescent. Now her daughter's in her 20s now, but her daughter had numerous surgeries. I want to say Blue said they spent like over a year at the Children's Hospital in Toronto. They didn't leave. They didn't leave the hospital. From one surgery, they had to teach her daughter how to walk again and talk. The whole because of the placement of the tumor in her head, and it just we can't, with being a pre-existing condition. Number one, that's an issue when we know anyone that's like us living in the States, that can be a major issue, and we know the cost of insurance to insure her daughter would be outrageous. Now, her daughter is very independent.
Oh yeah, her daughter was a trip that day when we had the show last week.
Yeah.
Where she was talking about that movie.
Yeah. So yeah, it just wouldn't be. It just wouldn't be a smart thing for her to come here, and I wouldn't want her daughter to be. I wouldn't want Blue to be away from her daughters, because she still has part of the tumor in her head, because they could not get it all because of the placement. And so she has to get checked twice a year, I believe. She has to go get checked, and she's been fine, but that's one of those things that's going to be checking the rest of her life. So that kind of pulls the whole her coming here out of the question, because I wouldn't, just too medically medical costs would be astronomical for her to come here.
Plus
that's very understandable. That's very understandable. Yeah.
In Canada, they have government health care, right?
Yes, they have a universal health care. Now they do. She has like a supplemental. Thank you, Heavy Metal. They do have. They have a supplemental that you can get, but their supplemental, I think Blue tells me she pays $25 or $40 a month for her supplemental. A month. And I said, I pay $120 or $125 a week for me and my son to have health care. It's that's you just the complete craziness. Thank you, DJ. So there's plus and minuses to everything, and it's not a bad place. Now, things do cost more in Canada, but
it all balances out though. Like ours, we got some stuff that costs more and everything. When I really look into it, all the stuff from our country and versus their country, a lot of that stuff balances out at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you got to look at their minimum wage is over $15 an hour.
It is here as well. In Maryland, it is.
Well, Maryland, down here, it's not. It's $7.50 or $7.80.
Oh man!
Oh wow!
Yep. That's what it is.
Is your son going to go with you too, or no?
Huh?
Is your son going to go with you as well, or no?
No. He's 20. He's 23. My daughter's 25. And they're both They're actually they don't live in my same town now. They live easily within driving distance, but they live in their own places, and we talk about that, and that was probably the hardest part of the whole realization when I talk about moving. Is it's hard to be away from your family, but we live in
They're probably like my children. They're pretty independent. My oldest two are pretty independent, and they'll probably, when it comes to a point where they can go back and forth, they'll probably end up getting the passport and go back and forth.
Yeah, and they have passports. I mean, my whole family had passports, so they have passports, and also we have Skype and we got FaceTimes. We have there's so much more that if you want to stay in contact with someone, you can. And just like Blue and me, we talk 4 times a day. I'm looking at her like right now. All right, so I'm on this show. My phone is open, sitting on the charger, and my phone is muted. And her phone is muted, but I can look at her right now. She's watching TV.
Cool.
So it's a weird time we live in, when I can look at her at any point, and during the day, and she can look at me. And so DJ, I brought a tear to you. Yeah, there was quite a few people that got a little misty-eyed, and
yeah, me too. When I watched the replay.
Yeah.
I was watching it live, but like I said, I was on the go. And I was trying to watch you on the go.
Yeah.
And I saw when you came back when you had your suit on. But I walked in the store, so I missed the whole thing. So I was watching this. I was like, I gotta watch the thing. What do you mean he got back? He proposed. So I watched it. I was like, oh, this is like watching a lifetime movie.
Yeah. The guys at work said it was like a reality show. I said, yeah. But like I said, I mean, we talked about it that Friday morning here. We talked.
Yeah, we did. You said on the show it was gonna be memorable. People were gonna be talking about it.
Yep.
You weren't lying.
You need to watch it.
But I thought y'all were gonna be talking about something. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be something juicy about. Ooh, let me get my popcorn ready. Let me see the tea. I'm gonna be saying something about the guy from TBA or something.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be something like that, like some drama or something. Not really drama, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Something from TBA or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, let me get my popcorn ready. There's gonna be some drama.
Yes, Streaming Wizard. My name is Todd. Yeah. If you got if people call me either way, some say what's your dabs, Todd. I don't hide. That's the one thing about me and people that know me for a long time. I don't hide who I am. Yeah, that's why I show myself.
Sometimes we call it butcher.
Yep, I have no. I'm not hiding behind something or an icon. The only reason I'm hiding behind an icon is because I got bedhead from drinking too much last night. Like, yeah.
Yes. To everybody didn't get a chance to say good morning to. Good morning, Miss Gina. Good morning, Meadow, Heavy Meadow. Good morning, D. Good morning, DJ Themes. Good morning, Sandman, Adiria. Who else? Miss Sandy B. Good morning, Clifford. Good morning, Bamba Fan. Good morning, Miss Nell. Good morning, Funks to Be. Yeah, once again, Funks to Be updated our MS7 bill, and it is in the MS7 Telegram group.
And that's your Kodi 18.8 fork, correct?
Yes, the 18.8 fork, the one that just came out. He updated it because he's one of the people that's hosting our build.
Hey, Dab, so you mentioned
I must be growing.
Right. You mentioned the universal scrapers. So who maintains them now?
There's a group of people. There's a group of 4 or 5 people that, I should say probably more like 7 people are actually in that group. 3 of them are active. And then we have another group that mentioned something on the show. There's a group, another Telegram group that actually tests the scrapers. There for a long time, we were more active. Now that Blue and I have pulled back to let others step in there, and I don't think the universal scrapers are being updated as much as they were when her and I were there um, I don't want to say spearheading it or keeping it keeping the chat going, because sometimes people get busy with stuff, and so there is a group of people. We don't talk about who those people are because we don't
Right.
want them getting in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like
Keep
a
it on low key.
private group, and people get invited to that group that can that can help, and that's why we had the tester room, which was a little bit more open. So people that wanted to test could learn how to test a scraper and then report, does this scraper work or not work? And then some of those people learned on how to make small fixes so they could fix it, and then they could submit a change. And it's so, yeah, it's just a small group. And I know that Cody one, they forked it off, or I shouldn't say just him, some of the other people, for that Debrid, Universal Debrid. And
Yes.
they put it into with Death Star,
Mm-hmm.
so that you could basically just use Debrid scrapers. So
Did you guys create universal scrapers or?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It
Thank
goes
you.
back.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Well, it was kind of a necessity, and we weren't able to talk about it on the show. We didn't get to that, but we did talk about that when Bob was
You're
created.
doing a part 2.
Yeah, Lambda basically said, "Hey, you can't use our scrapers," is what Lambda had told us, or told Blue, and he said, "You guys got 1 week to quit using our scrapers, or my scraper." He said they were his scrapers. He says, "You got 1 week
Wow.
to not use them," and that was when within 1 week wrote the modules and then wrote the scrapers with help of a couple other people, but it was mostly Mid. Wrote all of the scrapers, and his thought process was, you know what, we're going to create a scraper system that anybody can use, and anybody can submit changes, anybody can contribute, and that was how that was born. It was born out of necessity, because we weren't going to be allowed to use the Exodus scrapers that everybody else was using, which was kind of ironic, but that forced us to have to create
Yeah.
universal scrapers. Or it was NAN scrapers at the beginning, and then it became universal when NAN closed down. So that's how that all came about, and it became necessary, which was great because when you remember when TVA completely shut down with Exodus and stuff,
Yes.
Universal Scrapers was the only things that was being updated at the time. So it was good that we created it, because it was needed at one point that had to go until somebody else started to pick up the Exodus scrapers, because it took them a little while to get going on that. But so it gives people
Yeah.
options.
Yeah, and that's good because they said with the next one coming out, people gonna have to know how to do it anyway, and do more stuff anyway, because they're not gonna be able to just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Just what I'm saying, just copy it. When the 19 come out,
19.
'cause that's gonna be total different game changer. I know it's gonna be a while for it to come out, but or I don't know. Some people were saying it may be out around Christmas. I'm not sure.
It's a guess. Everyone's guessing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why. But I guess a little bit farther out. When you look at some of
Mhm.
the nightlies and
Mhm.
if you follow Cody and you go to their nightlies and what's being submitted, and you go to their forums, there's
Mhm.
still a lot of core things that they're going to want fixed to release it. And not just third-party stuff, but the core of the things, that modules that actually work in Cody that are not ready yet. So they're
Mhm.
not going to release it until it's at least stable and all of their core is converted over to 19. The library functions that are built in with it, all kinds of the PVRs, and they're going to want all of that stuff to be working flawless before they release it, and not even without taking in consideration third party stuff. So
Right.
I don't see it. I don't see them close enough on it. So that's
Mhm.
why I push it, saying, "Hey, I'm thinking summer." Some people think earlier, but I don't even see. They don't even see there's not even really a beta version out yet. So
Right. Oh yeah, but then yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. You want to be careful anyway, just jumping into it
Oh yeah,
and stuff.
I
That's
would.
like they said on Friday. That's like going to jump up from Windows XP to Windows 10.
Yeah. It's well, I'd even say it'd be farther because it's going to be more like a 95 to Windows 10.
No, yeah,
It's not.
95 Windows
It's not
10.
going to be. Yeah, it's not going to be because you can. Some stuff is compatible from XP to 10, but yeah, there's
Mhm,
so much that's not going to work. So much, and so I'll be someone that sticks with 18 for a while, and
mhm.
I do know a
I,
few add-ons that are ready though. There's a few. I know Saren has been rewritten.
mhm,
Saren, he wrote in one of my groups that he's wrote Saren is 100%. I think
mhm,
Fen is ready.
mhm.
Some of those smaller add-ons are ready, but so we'll see what happens with that.
I heard quite a few people said that 18.8, the one that just came out a few days ago, installs and runs just been running pretty smooth. So I've heard quite a few people say that it's been running smooth, that they haven't had any problem with the new update that just came out.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Funster's
see.
ready. He's correct.
Hmm.
Yeah, because when you gotta think they're gonna make sure it works on Linux. It's got to work on Windows.
Hmm.
It's got to work on Apple. It's got to work on Android. It's so
Hmm.
and when you fix one little problem, a lot of times, another problem pops up somewhere else.
Yeah, you're right. Funkster B, I'll put the link out if you'd like to get on, because I know you just did a build also not too long ago. Um, let's see what Streamer Wizard just said something too. A lot of people use 17 and 16, still use 17 and 16. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be
It still
using
works for them.
16.
I don't know about six. About this. About
It's
see. I don't
six.
know too many people use 16, but
Yeah, because
maybe 17.
16 didn't do HTTPS.
He's
That was
HTTP, right?
Yeah.
yeah. They only used eight, but the problem is if you're not using the HTTPS, there's a lot of websites and a lot of scrapers and a lot of things that you can't use because a lot of them moved to that secure connection. And that was
Hmm.
remember that was the big jump between 16 and 17 was that
The
that
HTTP.
that secure connection.
Hmm.
And 17 you
Hmm.
had to have a secure connection. 16 didn't use that secure connection, and that was some stuff had to be
Hmm.
rewritten because of that, but that wasn't ground, earth. It wasn't earth shaking on what needed to be changed. But
Hmm.
yeah, that was the big change because some old Android boxes won't install 17. It's not
Right.
supportive. It's an old, and that's why. What was it? My Giga. Was it the My Giga box or something?
Morning peanut butter. Oh, as well as you, Flex to be, because you just did one too. Sorry. As well as you, DJ Themes too. You just also did one too. Good morning, peanut butter.
Morning.
What's up?
What's up, sir?
Not a whole lot. Been fighting getting out of bed because up and down all night. Cat kept deciding to wake up and play with me in the middle of the night, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning they start running a jackhammer next door.
Sounds like fun.
Oh yeah. So finally I said, screw it. I'm gonna get up and make some coffee. It'll be a nice week. I ain't working 60 hours this week.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I wish I could say the same. I'm doing at least 55 a week, but
We're talking about the new update for their code that just came out a couple of days ago.
Code 18.8.
Yeah, I figured they would end up going to a higher sub number than they did on 17 with 18. That's mainly because Dabs, the first few releases of 18 were just completely out there.
It went to 18.3 pretty quick. Well, almost immediately to 18.1 or 2, within days. And what we stuck with 18.3 for a little while, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
it stuck with that before they started making small changes. And again, it's not major issues. I mean, people like some of these
Okay,
fixes.
DJ Huxley.
When I looked at what went on with 18.8, some PVR stuff, some edits in Android that was supposed to make it run a little smoother, but I haven't really had a lot of issues. So
Well, point 8 is going to be stuff that's been found due to the pandemic because there's such an uptick in users. And the pandemic is something that's going to impact Kodi in a positive way because the developers are going to be at home more.
Mm-hmm.
and there's more there's, like you said, there's more people testing because they're using it every single day. You're going to find bugs.
Yep. I mean, yes, you're going to have an uptick in people with third party for it, but there's also going to be a big uptick in people using it just in general, not including third party. People that are looking into it and trying out the free stuff that are going fully with the Kodi repo itself. So, I mean, you're going to have a good uptick in usage, a good uptick in feedback, and good response from the developers all at the same time because there's so many more people at home.
Oh yes, that's why I was saying on Friday's show that everybody, like everybody says, that everybody should experience NVIDIA Shield. Everybody should experience Kodi. I don't care how many APKs you use. You know, it's just like, for example, it's good to be able to know how to use the microwave. But everybody should learn how to cook.
Exactly.
You know, microwaves are convenient. They're easy. You know, you could throw something in there, but what if the microwave go out? Everybody should learn how to use the stove. And that's the same way with Kodi. Everybody should experience. Even if you don't feel like doing the full build, you should learn how to put an add-on on it. Everybody in this community should experience Kodi.
Oh, exactly.
You know, they should try it for even if they want to use it just for Plex, if they want to use it just to put their alternative cable, or if you want to call IPTV, you know, cable, you know, or they just want to try a couple of add-ons. They don't even want to, or a small build. Just try it. You'll like it, you know.
Well, some nice things about Kodi, and this is outside of third party, away from third party, through the official repo and a couple side repos, a couple third party repos that actually are used to beta test stuff for the official repo. You can get your locals, you can get worldwide radio,
Mm-hmm.
and those are two big things for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get those 100% legit, 100% through the actual Kodi repo without third party, and just roll with it. So, you know, there's a lot of great things about it, and you can set it up. A lot of people don't realize this. You can set it up to work or have content a lot, like Pluto and Zumo, and you know, all these, along with the local stations, Locast, and all that. Like it is in Plex right now. That's existed in Kodi for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know it because they never go through the actual official repo. And that's all the Plex Live TV is. It's the same content that's on Zumo and all them other apps. They've just been able to get subscriptions to the same content.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, a lot of people never realize it because they never dug into it, and it's a shame.
Well, and a lot of those that Pluto and Zumo and this that, I mean, they're just websites that are out there. I mean, they're these are websites that are out there, like Peanut Butter said. You could actually access a lot of that exact content. You can access it with your computer, and it's completely legal. It's out there, and Pluto and Zumo, they just gathered it all together and put it in a nice GUI, a user interface that people can use and it makes sense, and said, all right, it's all right here, but these were, you know, most of them are free sites that you could have accessed through yeah, through different add-ons in Kodi or even through your regular browser.
Yep, and they even have APKs too. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have APKs you can put right in Kodi.
Yep.
I've always, anybody's boxes that, or if they bring a Fire Stick over a box and say, "Hey, Dad, will you fix this for me?" And I always put on Pluto, and I'm like, all right, so this is this is a free option. I actually even, there's a couple websites that do live U.S. broadcasts that I will use the downloader for, if it's an Amazon device, use downloader and bookmark a couple websites that you can access live live national channels, and your Discovery, your History, ABC, NBC, and you can watch it right through downloader, but it's downloader's just pulling that website up. A few of the channels I noticed went to where you had to have a VPN because you're supposed to be out of the US. So some of them just recently made it to where you had to have a VPN for those actual channels, but not all. But it works really good. I'd say it's like a 480 quality. It's not 720 or nothing, but it's 480. Pretty good bit rate, watchable, free. I mean,
you can't argue with free.
Yeah,
Free is for me.
Yeah.
And Zumo actually has quite a few 1080 channels.
Well, but yeah, I think Zumo is on. I think my TV is linked into Zumo. I think because it came pre-installed.
Yeah, Zumo's gotten pretty big and pretty popular. They got some good stuff on there. A lot of it's 720, but they do have some 1080 too, which is excellent for a free service.
Yep.
And one that you don't even need an account for. I've used it in the past, checked it out, done some coding for it, along with Pluto. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame people haven't dug into the Kodi repo more to find what's in there.
Right.
I mean, and yes, there is a lot of stuff in it that's broken. And by that, I mean stuff for that was for certain podcasts and certain web shows. Just because the sites have changed their format, and they just the person doesn't maintain the add-on anymore. And it's a shame, but of course, that's where someone else could pick it up. And maybe with this pandemic, we can get more people looking at that Kodi repo and some more people stepping it up to help out with that stuff too.
Yeah, try it out. I mean, also, I was saying Friday that a long time ago, before Plex got so big talking about Plex, I remember one time I made something like a Plex. You could pull your own movies and add them in Kodi like a Plex. Good morning, Dario.
Your library. Yeah.
Yeah, make your own library.
Yeah,
And,
TK was big on his own library in Kodi long before Plex. That's how he did all his. And he was very familiar with it. He knew more about the library than a lot of people, just because that's what he had always used and preferred.
So, yeah, I mean, it's so much stuff. Audiobooks, podcasts, like you said, your radio. Kodi is a great one-stop shop. Like I said, a lot of these APKs lately has been having problems with it's saying no data. And APKs is great. I love APKs. TV Zion is one of my favorites. But always, like we always talk about, have a backup to a backup. Use Kodi as one of your backups. Try Kodi out. You would like it. And plus, it's a project to do. We're at home. It's a pandemic. Try Kodi out. Try it out. If you don't, pardon me?
Oh, go ahead.
Now I was saying, try Kodi out. Start with the add-ons. Try with add-ons and then build up to a small build. Then try a bigger build. But definitely, I'm gonna tell you now, if you're doing a Fire Stick, don't get a big build. Only a small build is going to do. You know.
Well, now if you got a 4K, you can go bigger.
You go a little bit bigger on a 4K.
And as much as I do love CDTV, I think his work is beautiful. I still wouldn't be putting that on Fire Sticks. Anybody that uses any of the cellar door stuff, which is he links into so much stuff and it looks so good, so many widgets, and he's got so much content. Those would not be builds. Those type of builds I would keep off of the stick, and even the 4K stick. It won't make it like stop working. It just, to me,
it bogs it down.
I notice it. I notice the slowness of it. It's like, okay. And I've said it before.
He does have some pretty big builds.
Oh, I'm telling you, if you haven't looked at some of his work or actually just install one of his builds, the thought process that guy puts into stuff. I mean, his links, the way he links stuff together, and he installs a lot of add-ons. I mean, he uses a lot of add-ons. He uses he uses a metallic and EIM forks. So he uses those integrated. So, you can use different add-ons to watch a certain movie or TV show. You choose what you want to use. He keeps those active. It's beautiful work. I mean, just beautiful work. But it's, for me, I don't even need that much anymore. I just want to click it and it open and I can go right to my content immediately. I don't even use the single widget.
As Trooper says, what just works.
Yeah.
Also, definitely with coding, you already know you got to have it rear to rear, hand in hand, and also I would suggest that you also get it just left my mind. What's the other thing? Tract, and
which is free, yeah.
Which is free. Yeah, Tract is free and stuff. And there's no need to really, like you said, someone asked the other day about 24/7. You can make it your own 24/7. You can make it your own Netflix in the settings, where your TV shows play one after the other. So you can have your own Netflix. It's been doing it for years.
Yep. Some add-on, some add-ons you can turn that next, where it'll pick the link for you automatically, and it'll do the next up, which it's the next up. It's a plug-in or it's its own add-on, isn't it? Peanut Butter. The next up, is it a script or is it its own add-on?
I'm wanting to say script. Hold on a second. I got Cody open at the moment. I can do a quick check.
Because I know that some add-ons link into it, but I couldn't remember if it was actually just a script that runs or if it's its own program add-on. I know that off the top of my head, I know Saren used it. I think Fen, Shadow. I know some of the Genesis or some of the Exodus forks used a next up.
See, up next is a script.
Okay, so it's a script that an add-on can link into.
And of course, they also have a script that is, and I'm wanting to say this one was third party. TV show next aired.
Yeah, the next aired.
And the reason I say third party because Marcel is the one that worked on that. But yeah, up next is the script, and let's see here. It is. Oh, it looks like they've got it updated. They don't have a 17 version of it anymore. Either that, or I've got a third party with a 17 only version installed of it.
And that's in the official Cody repo too. That's an official.
Yeah.
It's official. It's an official thing. But
paper plate and Shelly Shell.
Yeah, there's nothing like when I'm watching my TV shows. Like I've been watching Ozark because everyone talked about how great that show was. So I've started, and I turn it on autoplay, one click where it picks my links, and just one right after another.
And I just found something else. I might have to play with this or look at it. There's also the next up, all one word. service notifications by the same developer. It's a script to provide a post-play screen or Netflix-style next up pop-up notification, or both together. And I'm sitting here looking at it. It actually is pretty nice. It shows like on the screen a previous playing next, then an up next down at the bottom for different shows. Here's one where it shows it down in the bottom corner. And then here's one where it shows it as a big pop-up. Continue watching for the next episode, where it'll autoplay or cancel.
Would you say that was? What was you said? Up next notification.
Next up service notification.
All right.
That's why I said that, because it's a little bit different title. Because up next is the script, and then the same author did a service that's called Next Up Service Notification.
Okay.
But I know that with when I've used Shadow, it'll pop up. You set what time, like before the video is over, would be a movie or TV. You tell it like how many seconds prior to the end of the video, it'll pop up and it says watch now or cancel, which it will just closes the box. So it has like a little timer. And if you have it turned on, that it will load the next episode automatically, or it will not do anything. So I know that pops up in the top. On TV show, it actually goes across the top of the screen, and on a movie, it pops up on the right because it'll suggest a movie. Like, so if you're watching a Marvel movie, it's very likely at the end of your Marvel movie, it will suggest another Marvel movie.
Yep. And this next up service notification, that continue watching thing, that's like Netflix. You can set here in the settings number of episodes before still watching query, and it defaults to 3. So you can set that to where if you fall asleep, it'll stop playing after so many.
That's neat.
It looks good though.
Like
I'm looking at
that.
the screenshots of this. I mean, it's a
Yeah, it does. I was impressed when I looked at the screenshots that it showed on the install screen. I'm sitting there looking at the settings and everything, and I mean it's simple, but then again, nobody else, that's not incorporated into other add-ons. And this is something, it works as a service, so that means this is compatible with other add-ons.
But the add-ons, an add-on would have to write this in to get this to pull this service. Well, the add-on would. Or does it have a way of you linking it into an add-on?
Well, I'm about to find out.
Yeah. I was curious.
I'm about to find out. And we'll go in here, see if I can start an episode, skip to the end, and see what it does.
Morning, Dean. Morning, Paper Plate. Morning, Shelly Shell.
I'm going to post, if it's okay, I'll post for people that may want to take a look at what we're talking about. Here's a link to that that's part on the Cody website. So if you're curious about what Peanut Butter's talking about here, and that it has a few little screenshots to it, so you can see. But it does look good from just the couple little screenshots that it's given, because it doesn't give you a whole lot. Let me go. I'm gonna go to the wiki page. It doesn't say anything. It's like, no, I'm looking through. I'm like, all right, so does it have any kind of information? Yeah, they don't give any information about it. It's in the 17 and 18 repos.
Okay.
Oh, So this one says that this add-on is marked as broken in the repository, replaced with up next.
Oh wow.
So I'm on the wiki page for Kodi.
Well, I'm about to find out in about 2 minutes.
All right.
That's pretty interesting.
Well, like you were saying though, there's so many things that you can do, and and Kodi is like a it's like a utility knife. It's
Mm-hmm.
like your Boy Scout utility knife, but where you or your Swiss Army knife. It's like a Swiss Army knife of players, because it's not just one thing. It doesn't just play it, but it's got so many little things that until you start digging into it, like in opening up every little part of it, oh, it can do this. Oh, and it can do that. Oh, I
I
didn't know it
know.
could do
Wow,
that
I
too.
didn't exactly.
It's most people just scratch the surface of what it can do, and that's one reason why I stick with this platform over, even though I have Plex. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer this over Plex, even though I have a Plex server and I've been playing around with that. I prefer this to.
But do you watch your Plex through Kodi?
No, actually, no. I launched Plex through the Plex app because that's on my Shield, and I
Mm-hmm.
remapped. I remapped the buttons, on the
Mm-hmm.
remapper.
Right.
So double click on Netflix opens up my Plex, and then it's just my Plex. I if I'm going to open Kodi, then I'm going to open Kodi. So it's I don't use
Okay.
the
So
you
you don't use
can.
none of the forks or anything like that for it either?
No, I've seen it. Blue did it. I've played around with her setup the way she sent it to me. And it was nice, but again, there was more going on than what I really needed going on. If I want to open Plex, I want to open up Plex. If I want to
Yep.
play a movie through Kodi, I want to watch a movie through Kodi or TV show. I don't need the extra stuff. Again, the more stuff you install on Kodi, the slower it gets. So
Right.
I just keep it lean and mean.
I know a
Yep.
lot of people use the one player for Plex.
So Sharon, what do you got planned for today?
To watch our movies
Oh yeah,
right
I need
after
to
the
watch.
show.
I
I
did
was gonna
watch.
watch it, but I was on the go all weekend, so
I did get. I'm done with one. I just have to watch mine.
I
Which
have
I
to watch
watched.
yours.
I watched mine about 3 weeks ago, but I'm gonna watch it
Mhm.
again so I can take notes on it.
Yeah, I have to watch yours, and I have to rewatch mine. So I was gonna watch them Saturday, but I ended up being on the go.
Mm-hmm.
I was planning on watching it, and I ended up going out. Then yesterday, I was literally gone all day, so I'm definitely after the show going to watch our movies, so I can
Yeah, and
um,
that's
have
for
them watch.
people that don't know. Player
Yes,
Pass is on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's 2 p.m.
yes.
West
Let me go
Coast
back up to the
time.
channel.
10 o'clock for the UK.
Okay, time.
And I think this week mine was Lars and the Real Girl, and
Hmm.
yours was what?
Mine was Fracture.
Fracture. Yeah,
And
and
both
both of
movies
them.
have
Yeah, go ahead.
both movies have Ryan Gosling in it.
Yeah, which was kind of odd. It's surprising. I mean, that wasn't meant to happen like that, because
Yes.
and on our show we pick movies, and we ask people to join the side chat, tell us what they think about the movie. Was it good, bad? Was it a play or a pass? And we offer people to join the live show and come on, and like Sharon has come on numerous shows and told us what she thought about movies, and that's
Mhm.
the premise is to say, hey, you come on here and tell us what you think about it.
Also, the thing that both our movies have in common is both movies were made in 2007.
Oh, and I didn't even realize that.
Yep, both movies were made in 2007. They both have Ryan
Damn,
Gosling. And
Ryan was
mine also
busy that
has,
year.
I guess he was, wasn't he?
Busy.
Yeah. Also, mine has Anthony Hopkins starting it too. And mine is
Yes.
a suspense movie.
Yes. Anthony
Yes.
Hopkins is very, very intense in it. Very good.
Yes. Good
I
morning,
like
Marcos.
Anthony Hopkins.
What's up?
Yes, we're talking about Cody once again, the 18.8 this morning.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything you want to say about the new update? About the 18.8 and how is it going for you and what you like about it?
I've been using it ever since it came out. Pretty good.
Okay, have you had any problems or had any or do you like the smoothness of it? What's the difference in the new update and the one that just left, the one that you're no longer using?
I think this one is quicker.
Feel like it's quicker? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
All right, Dabs. So, been playing with Next Up,
okay.
or the Next Up service, and we'll say that doesn't work with your third-party add-ons because they're stream. This is for libraries.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And where I've got Plex Kodi Connect set up, that means it works for my Plex.
Okay. Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
it is a library. Yeah.
Yeah, because I went into my library, which PKC sets up your Plex content in, and it immediately, when I went to the end and let it play to the end, it came up with the play next in the bottom corner. And about 10 seconds before it was over, I clicked on that notification, which has a big play button and it shows a little preview. It immediately skipped to the next, it dropped back, it showed it, mark it as played, and then it moved on to the next episode and started playing it.
Okay.
Okay. So, wow.
So it for those that use like PKC, this would actually be perfect.
The teacher says they haven't used Kodi in so long, he forgot how to use it. So, yeah, and now's the time to get back into trying to use it, you know. It's like riding Kodi is like riding a bike. You know, once you get use it, it's the same steps over and over again.
Yep.
Or skating. If you haven't skated in forever and you put back on them skates, it's the same thing. You haven't rode a bike in forever, you get back on that bicycle, it's the same steps. Basically.
So if you're someone, like I said, if you're someone that's got that local library set up in Kodi, this Next Up could definitely be for you, because a lot of times, you know, you'd have to right click on the season, start playing it. If you fall asleep, Kodi's just going to keep playing it. With this here, it would help stop it after however many you got it set up in the settings for, be it 2, 3, or whatever. And that way you can go back a lot easier. So
that would come in handy for a child. Like if you have it on child's TV and you want them watching Disney or something, and after so many episodes, you have it just turn off.
Yep. So for those that deal with their own library or they sync their Plex into Kodi, that this is definitely something to look into to see if it's for you, especially if you watch a lot of TV style episodes.
Yes. Does anybody else have any more questions or comments?
It makes me want to back up here and go back into videos, go into box sets, and see if that helps any.
Latif says, is MS7 build small? Yes, it's a small build.
Yep.
And shout out not only to Funks to Be, but also to Marcos for also hosting our build. Yes, it's a small build. And it's also, once again, thank you, Funks to Be, for posting our updated build on our MS7 Telegram group. So Latif, you can go into MS7 and grab the build if you like. Updated version. Also, let me see. It was another comment I was gonna. Oh, Pam posted this. He says PKC is amazing. You just stopped accepting my movie library and scanned across 2 different computers. Wow. I know he and Tarek was working on the PKC. Do you use PKC peanut butter?
I've got it set up on my dev install portable install of Kodi, but I don't make use of it. Kind of like Dab said. I mean, if I want Plex content, I'm going to Plex.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, if there's no comparison when you compare load times between Plex and just getting into it to your content, compared to getting to your Plex content in Kodi, it's just faster with Plex and smoother.
Yes, and make sure you adjust. I know Penn did a video on how to make sure you have your settings right in your Plex too, especially if you want to do a watch together. Make sure your settings are set a certain way too, so your experience will be better too. I know a lot of people say it plays smoother in Kodi, but at the same time, you know, sometimes the native app is better, and then sometimes, you know, I guess personal preference.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
it's
that
personal
some people
preference the way
complained
that-
about. I know some people have complained about 4K and in Plex, and I haven't messed around or to figured it out if it's playing my 4K as good as it could, or but
Oh,
some
okay.
people have complained about 4K on Plex. I've just downloaded. I actually just added a bunch of 4K because through Premiumize Me, I messed around with that the last few weeks and added that. So I guess I probably should try watching some of this to see how good the quality is.
You could do what I always do, especially since you got a shield. I always set my Plex to play original quality.
Yeah, I did that, but some people, there was some other settings that people were talking about that you need to have for transcoding or something.
Well,
Yeah,
see, that shows
this is the video that he did for the transcoding.
Yeah,
This
for the
video that
transcoding,
that
that
Pam
kind
may
of
be
takes away
talking
the
about
original.
right here. The video that Pam made about the transcoding.
Okay. All right, I'll have to watch that and see to figure out am I getting the best quality that I can out of it, or am I not getting myself the best quality?
Right.
Because it is, I mean, that was one of the things that because I have a hard drive here, and I was trying to learn about that Premiumize Me and using it with the auto downloaded using Sonar Radar, and I've added quite a bit of content and did it on my show one day when I didn't realize I added a track list that was DC. It was a DC track list. And then and then we were doing the live show and it pulled in some things. I didn't pay attention. And then I saw that I had a whole lot of traffic going on my device. I'm like, what's going on here? And I look and there's all these movies that it was grabbing and automatically putting in my library. I was like, well, okay, well, it was already halfway through. So I was like, let it go, do its thing. I guess I wanted some of that, but yeah, adding that track list with it and having with Radar is so neat to pull all your content.
Yeah, it one thing I have noticed about Sonar and Radar lately is
Bye, Funks to be. Have a good day.
It doesn't matter to a degree what I set the quality to. It's like sometimes it adheres to it when it's doing the scans for to get a download. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
For example, if I set the max 1080 for a certain period show to where it won't download it if it's over 2 gig. I sat there and found 3 gig ones, and if I go in and do the manual scan or do the manual search, it'll say no, this 3 gigs too big.
Yeah, it has a little exclamation point for you.
Yeah, but yet it downloads it automatically at that size.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even really mess with the like you were saying about the size. You can set on that like how minimum and maximum sizes. I've not really messed with. I've done the quality, saying I want a certain quality, but that was really all I've messed with.
Yeah, I've gone in and adjusted mine, but it sometimes it follows it, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why, but I keep an eye on it anyway, and go from there. If I'm sitting at the PC working on other stuff already with it, I'll do manual searches, but most of the time I just let it do the automatic depending on what it is. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the radar with like Penn's got that there, the video on showing how to add in your IMDb lists. That it's really neat because you can customize, hey, I want this, or let's say you're a Star Wars fan and you're like, you know what? I want to get the whole Star Wars collection, and you can get that one list and throw it into your radar and walk away, and whatever, however long, depends on the qualities, but it'll automatically get it. You come back, the next day. I'll say the next day because I don't know how many films that is, but you come back and it's all done. It's already in the folder, ready to go. It's like, well, that was easy enough.
Well, and the thing is too, if you had a track list or an IMDb list and you maintain that list, if you add stuff to it, it's automatically going to get it. And then that way you can add it to that list from, the computer, from your phone, whatever. And it's automatically going to get it without you having to go to radar.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Especially, I've got friends that use their phone for tracked, and you can add a show. I want to say now you can go directly to the website. Yeah, directly through the website, or Cody apps actually. Cody apps had it to where you can click your tracked and add and subtract things from your. Because I remember he talked about it when he came on the show one day. I was like, when you go in there, you can search for, of course, APKs and add-ons, this and that, the list. But movies, TV shows can be added or subtracted from your track list.
Yep.
Easy enough. I mean, it's a neat,
and
it's definitely worth the time.
If you find the right app, they have apps that will sync with your tracked or IMDb account as well in order to let you manage them through there. You just have to find them. And and it's a really nice feature because somebody says something to you while you're in conversation on lunch break at work. You can whip out your phone and add it right there, and it's ready for you when you get home.
I have to do that. I always go on my computer, but I got to just start doing it from my phone. I do move stuff, a lot of stuff that I do, like educational purposes, torrent-wise, from my phone, but I got to start doing the track stuff from my phone. So I always do the track stuff from my computer, my list stuff from my computer, but I got to start doing it from my phone.
Well, it's like Peanut Butter was saying, I've been out. How many times have you been out with somebody? You're at dinner or lunch or something, and you guys are talking about movies, and they say, "Oh, hey, do you like this movie or like that movie?" And you're like, "Oh, I never thought about watching that movie." But then you get home, and it comes time for you to sit down at your computer to remember about that movie and actually add it to a list. And you're like, "What movie did they tell me about?"
Exactly.
That's where my notepad goes.
If you're sitting there, you can just open that app up and say, "What was that movie?" You type it in and you hold your phone up. Is this the movie you're talking about? And they say, "Yeah." Click, add to my list. Done. It's,
exactly.
and maybe it's there when you get home. It's like you don't even have to try to remember it.
Right. So, yep. Paper Plate says, do you and Blue have a set date?
No. The border is not open yet, so there's the border's not open, so I cannot get into their country legally. I actually did tell. I said maybe at some point I'm just going to sneak across the border at some place. Find some road and just drive in. But no, that's not really. I don't really want to go there.
Yeah, I'm married at the border then.
Yeah, I told her, I said, maybe we'll just wonder if I can work it out. Maybe I should make some protests and try to see if I can get them to allow us to stand at the border and get a justice of the peace right there right on the damn border. Wouldn't that be something that I could broadcast it on YouTube?
Yeah, do it on YouTube.
Get married right at the border crossing. Do it right on the border crossing.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Right there at the border, live. We'll be all there cheering you on.
Wouldn't that be something? I'd be like, here we are live at the border crossing here in near Niagara Falls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Beautiful, beautiful Niagara Falls.
If you go to Niagara Falls, I'll have to start to chant barrel, barrel to get you over the barrel.
I'll fall to peer pressure anyways, so I'm a sucker for that.
I can see that Blue's gonna kill me.
Yeah. She's like, I just found him. All right, so I just added that. I'm playing around with. I just added.
Did you add next up service?
No. I added a movie to my track list. That's, and I'm looking to see.
Now Radar only scans in a list. Like I think the default's once an hour.
Oh, okay. All right. So that I just have to wait. I'm not gonna touch it because I want to see when it does it for me. I didn't even. Yeah. I guess let me look to see what the settings are for that.
Yeah, if you go to the list, I think it's list update interval is default is 60.
60. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yep. You're right. So yeah, I've got. So yeah, I'll mess around. I just added. I wanted to just see if it does it automatically. I know that I could click scan. And I'm sure
now,
that would.
Your list setting will have to have it set to add the movie as monitored.
Karen says, you can scan the list from 60 to 10 minutes more. It's real nice.
Yeah, you need to make sure the list is set to enable automatic sync, which means it runs every 60, and then add movies monitored, which means when it adds it, it'll add it monitored, and then the next time Radar does a sync up, it'll actually go out and scan for it and look.
Because I have both those things are turned on. I see that.
Awesome. All right.
I have those turned on, and I'm just going to turn the interval down to 10 minutes and then save it. All right, so the setting is saved. So yeah, I mean that's it. I've never thought about that. It's going to scan those lists that I added into my Radar, which is that I wish Sonar would allow lists, which is kind of weird that they're like brother and sister apps. One's for movies, one's for TV. But the features that are in Sonar, the features that are in Radar are not offered in Sonar, which is kind of weird that they don't offer the same things.
Yeah.
How horrible.
It's weird that they chose to, I would think it looks, I would think the same developer is working on both of them.
Yeah, but I mean, let's face it. It's for the list, they would have to limit it to where, because you can have episode lists, you can have season lists, you can have show lists. They would have to limit it because you can't import an item unless you always import the season of whatever it's for. Or I'm sorry, the show, because you have to have the show in there for it to get the content. So I can see why they don't. Would I like to see it? Yes, but
it'd be too overwhelming.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of a pain in the butt from a developer standpoint.
Well, then you'd have to on the setup. Do you want seasons or current season? Because that is one of the questions. Do you want the current season, all of seasons, missing episodes, missing seasons? Yep. It's for when you add a show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I can see that, but I am glad. I think Penn also was somebody that I reached out to when I was first trying to figure out premiumized and doing this automation. He was one of the people that I had reached out to, and it was numerous people that I reached out to say, and pulled together information on how to set this up to be automated. Because my premiumized account, I have it, and I wasn't using it. I mean, I bought it because it was $99 for 2 years, and I had Debrid already, but I bought it because it was so cheap, and I wanted to play around with it. And it was just, I wasn't even using it. I'm like, well, why don't I figure out a use? I have all these points, and now they set this up. I'm like, okay, that's what I'll use my premiumized for my library stuff, and Debrid is on my Kodi setup.
Yeah, the nice thing about it is if it's something that you already have because of Kodi, go ahead and use it. I mean,
Exactly. As well use it as much to its full potential as possible.
Exactly. Yeah. It just gives you another place to pull content from.
Yeah, because you got, I mean, for me, it's what you got 1,000 points with premiumized, and you gain points every day. And if you're not using it, the points just sit there unless you're going to share your account with somebody else. Which that is another benefit of premiumized over Real Debrid, is that you can actually share your account with a family member. If you're not using all those points, you can always share it and say, hey, to your mom or an uncle or your dad or parents that aren't gonna want to spend that money. If you've paid for it, hey, set it up and you should add their add-on to it, and they're like, oh, look at all the quality that I'm getting, so great now. Yeah.
So yeah, now still on the music. There's so many ways to get at your music too.
Yeah, was that LiDAR?
Yeah, LiDAR and
LiDAR. Yeah. I haven't went there yet. That's another one of my. I need to check that out.
See now we just heard Abs say the name of it, and then someone else said it different. So now that's going to make me question it. Just because he never says the name right.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can't trust me anyways, because I'll slaughter a name. So, however I said it was probably the incorrect way of saying it. So, opposite of how I say things is probably how it is, and that's I own it.
Yeah, because have you been able to get mine down yet?
Muad'Dib?
Oh, there you go. Okay, finally. Okay.
Yeah. I can't now. The reason why I can say it is I'm not looking at it. When I'm looking at it is when I mess names up. It's if it's in my head, I usually can say names correctly. When I'm looking at a name is when I break it down in the wrong places. If when I'm looking at the name, it's like I break it like Canuck gal, like Canuck gal. I was doing it. Can UK gal. Like,
UK girl.
Because I thought it was Canada UK gal is what the way I was breaking it down. It's like, no, it's Canuck. And then I was calling it Canuck. And I got in trouble for saying Canuck, and it was Canuck.
Yeah, I heard Blue get on you about it.
Yeah. That's right. I don't, you know what? I have fun with it. And sometimes I'll mess up names, and especially if she gets herself, because she's a little bit of a grammar Nazi. So I'll mess it up, and then I'll keep saying it incorrectly. She's like, no. And I'll say, oh, no, you're right. This is how I say it. And she's like, no, you're saying it wrong. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, what do you mean? I'm saying it connect. No, you're not. It's fun. I mean, it's all for fun. I love making people laugh and have a good time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes. Yeah. But the whole point is, it's a lot of fun in Kodi, Sonar, LiDAR, all that. The hunt is good. Radar.
Yeah, you say the hunt?
The hunt.
Yeah, I thought
the hunt automation. Either way you want to build your libraries, for Plex or for Kodi.
I was gonna say, or just in general for Kodi.
Or just in general, yeah. In general.
I was actually showing. I had Shaggy was over here before we went out drinking last night, and I was showing him my setup of Sonar and Radar, and showing him how that's set up. And he's on my Plex, so he's able to use it. He goes, I noticed that. I had noticed some new movies and TV over the last, because I wasn't updating. It was at none for the longest time. And he says, now I noticed that you actually had new stuff. And I showed him the layout, and he goes, that looks so simple. I'm like, yeah, it's I said it's not that difficult if you set it up. I said, but and as I went through it, I'm like, let me show you how to add a show or add a movie, and we did it, and he's like, that's it. That's it. He's like, wow. He goes, and it looks good. He says it makes sense to me as I'm looking at it. I'm like, yep. And like, especially for the track list where I pulled in all those DC movies that are not even released yet, and it has like across the cover art says announced, so it's it's not out yet, so it has like a banner telling you Aquaman 2, I think, or Wonder Woman 84. It has this like marker that says announced.
But right now, this year, can you really go by that?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's announced, and that means it's not available yet. That you're gonna have to wait down the road at some point, sometime.
Good morning, Southern Tech Girl. Paper Plate has a question.
For noobs.
Mm.
Hello. What room is this? Yeah, we'll have to check your attendance and see if you've paid your tuition, because maybe you didn't pay your tuition fee to get the class.
That's right.
Yeah, because you're in Cody's school today. School to Cody.
Peanut Butter did a bunch of videos back in the day on showing people.
Oh yeah, a lot of great classes. Him and what are your and T-Verse coming back? I thought you guys were going to start doing some shows together.
We had talked about. We just haven't had a chance to get together at all.
Oh, I used to love them shows. The shows you and T-Verse did together.
T-Verse.
Oh yeah, those are great shows. You and T-Verse.
Our shows always went out in far left field by the end of them.
They really did. Those were some great shows. Oh yeah. But oh yes. I mean, you had some great videos on you and T-Verse had some great videos on your own, but you guys' shows on the weekends were great too.
And we just got bored one day and said, you know what? Let's just start ranting every weekend.
Those were some great rant shows too. They really were. You guys missed it. If you missed Maldiv and T-Verse shows, you guys missed the treat. You really did. You say can't afford to pay attention. There's a tuition fee.
Like, wait, what? Tuition?
Hey, we got to make our money some way. Good grief.
Yeah.
You guys, for our Telegram group, you guys are welcome. Everyone's welcome to our MS7 Telegram group. Make sure you have an icon. If you don't, you will get kicked out. Yeah, another ruse. We want everybody to come in there and have fun. Make sure you read the pin post. You may post videos. If someone posts a video that can help community, you're welcome to post it. If someone in our community go live, you're welcome to post it. If someone has an article or something that helpful in our community or something, you may post it. Also, of course, if we have a Google Meet, you may post it. So yeah, those are the rules of our MS7 Telegram group.
Oh my God, rules.
Yeah, rules. Yeah, we have to have rules. Question for everyone. What was the first streaming YouTuber you saw? Oh, the very first YouTube streamer I saw was Joe Nobody. I think was it him? Or him or I think he was the first person I saw was Joe Nobody.
Oh, the first one.
I'd say Husham was my first.
Yeah, I was gonna say him or Husham. I was trying to think of Husham last night. I couldn't think of him or Nobody. But when I saw him, that's when I first saw you. I saw what's that guy from Canada? I couldn't think of his name last night either.
New Tech.
I seen all you guys on the same show together. It was like you guys were like you guys were in different places though. I saw you. I saw
I think Les was my first one because I dove straight into Wizards and learning development and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I want to say it was either Husham or Joe Nobody. I know I seen you guys like them both like either the same day or around the same time. And I saw Aldrin, but yeah. But you said who was the first person you saw Peanut Butter?
If I'm not mistaken, it was Les or one of the guys that he did the wizard work with.
Yeah. Then around that time, I also saw Solar Man. Around that time, you know.
Did you help him fix his fence?
I sure, you know what? Not only did I help him fix his fence, I also helped him set up that GoFundMe because I knew he needed help.
Oh my gosh! What about the magazine? Did you sign up for the magazine too?
I helped him. Yes, I helped him and touched off that magazine because I knew they were helping people in the Cody community with that magazine.
Solo Scam wasn't the only
that
one
they was coming out with.
Yeah. Solo Scam wasn't the only one a part of the magazine though.
That doesn't. I'm doing a magazine for a fence.
But like I said,
that Cody magazine they were coming out with.
Yeah.
That's the subscription magazine
like
that everybody, I mean, nobody got.
Well, no, didn't they have one? They had one. Wasn't it one? It was like one. There was one episode or one edition, but
well, like pros and cons. That was my favorite. You know, every week I couldn't wait to tune into that pros and cons. Or
cons
and cons.
It was cons and cons.
Cons by cons.
Well, every week they were talking about Cody getting shut down.
Yeah,
Cody was gonna get shut down. Yeah,
the clickbait was just outrageous in those days. The fake titles and click. It's just like, come on, if you can't. I mean, why do you need to create some fake title headline to pull people in and then it not even be about that? It's like, oh my gosh. Well, I don't know. I know Husham is around a little bit. I've tried reaching out to him. I haven't heard.
Yeah, in fact, actually, Husham is back, isn't he? He got his channel back. He has a YouTube channel now.
Did he?
Husham is back. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
He did.
He is back.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he moved to. Cocoscope.
He did move to Cocoscope, but I could have swore I looked him up the other day, and he had a YouTube channel back because I resubscribed to him. Let me look and make sure.
That's a scary thought.
I know.
Yeah. He's probably gonna end up licking the box.
Let me see how many subscribers he has. I just want
did you say licking the box?
Yeah. Because the last video I seen of him,
yeah, he has 6.47 thousand subscribers right now, and he has 30 videos.
What the hell?
Yeah, so Husham is officially back. Matter of fact, let me put his YouTube channel in the chat so people can make sure they go subscribe to him.
Yeah, one of the last videos I seen from Husham, before he moved to Cocoscope, he was licking one of his boxes on live.
Jesus.
I don't know why people do that. Maybe just to get views.
I don't know. Let me make sure I share this because if nobody else but Butcher and Peanut Butter get a chance to subscribe to him, I'll make sure I put it in the chat. There you go. Channel's back. But at any rate, Husham does have a channel again. There's his channel. If anybody would like to go subscribe to Husham. But he's one of the first YouTubers I seen, him and Joe Nobody. Joe Nobody used to be so comedic with that New York accent. And that's how I found Target and you, the butcher, and a whole bunch of people. Like I said, I don't know why I can't remember the guy from Canada, but anyway, a whole bunch of people I found.
Boom, boom. Cody XBMC.
Go to XBMC. Yeah. And stuff. Yeah, we learned to no more Cody and found out about Roku Thursdays and everything else. It's wonderful. Let's see. So let me see if I missed anything. Yep. Yeah, he used to make them Cody videos very hype, Joe Nobody, back in the day.
That was an understatement. You had to get your sugar levels up just to watch him, because you had to get hyped with him.
You remember when Joe Nobody went away and gave his channel temporarily over to Touchstone and stuff, and then he came back and got his channel back, and then I don't know what happened to him after that.
I thought when he came back, he had to make another channel because
yeah, he came back and made another channel for a minute.
Touchstone wouldn't give him back his channel.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because I remember he gave his channel to Touchstone for a while. So,
yeah, well, I'm sorry. Even if you give it up, you can't really expect somebody to just say, "Oh, okay, here, I'll give it back." That's kind of on him.
Well, I don't know why you'd want to give up your channel. You don't. It's not like you. It's not.
He
like
could have privated his channel. What he should have did.
Or if you don't want to put nothing out, you just leave it. Let it sit as it is. There's no need.
Let it sit as it is.
Not like it's maintenance.
I would have gave it to somebody else, but
it's not like it takes maintenance.
Gave it to Touchstone for a while.
Well, and he was. I mean, anybody. If you guys were in, I mean, he was a serious drinker too. He drank a lot. I mean, there was hangouts where we would be in hangouts after a live show, and he would just pass out, like just literally pass out, and you're still in a hangout. So you hear him over there snoring away, and beer bottles falling off the table onto the floor, and he definitely had some issues going on.
He had some issues,
but he was a nice enough guy.
Yeah, he was very entertaining, that's for sure. Very entertaining. But wasn't they put out a video not too long ago? Oh my goodness. Like I said, I haven't even watched Make It So Bad. I haven't even watched any of post this video again because I want to make sure you guys get a chance to subscribe to Hushim. I haven't even watched Hushim videos in so long. Troy Point, yeah, I used to watch Troy Point. Also,
who can get past so many Troy Point with so many ads? And if you go to his website, ad after ad after ad, it's like, oh my gosh, can we get to? I understand you're trying to make some money here, but
exactly.
Help me out to get to where it's like, oh, dig 14 pages down. Oh, you're looking for the link to blah blah blah. Oh yeah, we're gonna scroll. Oh yeah, it's right down here. It's a little bitty link that you click this little bitty thing to open up. It's like, I don't know. To me, it's just
too much promotion on his part.
Yeah. It's just, to me, it's like,
right. I'm like, it's like basically just selling. I mean, like you said, it's when it gets overwhelming with the ads, that just turns people off.
He's there for one reason, and that's to make money.
Money.
That's all.
Exactly.
Just here, and I always, for me, I am very suspicious of people when they're here just for money. I'm suspicious about, can I trust you on an opinion on a product or a service if you're getting a kickback off people clicking a link?
Exactly.
Say a VPN service. People are all the time VPN services. They're always promoting one. And then they're like, this is a great service. Yeah, you're not safe on the internet without this great service. It's great. It's fast. But click on this link right here to sign up. Well, it's an affiliate link, of course. And then it makes me say, can you trust what he just said? Because he wants you to sign up. So it puts in my head, it makes me think maybe you're just full of it because you're just trying to promote to make more money. So maybe you're not being honest about the product being good or bad. I don't know.
Or you're not saying everything you should.
Right, because you want people to sign up because you're making money off of it.
A prime example, and this is just personal
VPN.
preference, is IP Vanish.
Yeah.
You see it a lot, but now what they don't tell you, it is correct that they don't log records on IP Vanish, but they have admitted they pay a third-party company to record everything. So, they advertise no logs. It's true, but at the same time, if they have logs requested, like by the UK, where it's required by law for their users to be logged, they can still provide them because they'll tell them, well, we can't give you logs, we don't have them. So what you do is you contact this company and you give them this form, and they can provide the logs that you're looking for. And I don't know if Dabs will remember or not. There was a time one time when that came up, because there was a lot of discussion, especially on YouTube, about whether or not they kept logs. And there was somebody that got busted by that was fighting it, and IP Vanish told them how to the police or whoever it was involved how to request the actual logs, and it got released to the media, and so the media released that whole conversation with them.
Yeah, it's just you got to be careful a lot of times, with a lot of these VPNs. I mean, everybody. You got. Like that one. What's that site that you always talk about?
RestorePrivacy.com.
Restore Privacy, yes.
Now, I will tell you, every link on there for a VPN is an affiliate link. But the thing is, that's just because that's what he does. As far as he reviews the VPNs, he gives you a full breakdown, the pros, the cons, if they do logging, if they use third-party logging, all that stuff. So he does the affiliate links just because, well, that's how he pays for the website. And he's got a ton of information, and there's some on there that get kind of a bad review. Yeah. But he still got the affiliate link because that's what he does.
Right, because it gives a cost-wise. So someone may say, well, I don't care about the logging, but that price point is what I want, because some people, because it does, like you said, it tells you every aspect, pros, cons, cost, and then you decide what fits your needs.
Yeah, and he even breaks it down to use as far as for streaming, if I remember right. As far as to help find a better one for streaming. And the guy's very active on his website. If he posts in the comments on something, on an article or a review, he will turn around and either him or one of the other users who are very knowledgeable will reply. So that's why I've always kept that place bookmarked and always told people about it, and they cover more than just VPNs. They have, it's Restore Privacy. It's anything that can involve privacy online. Just about they cover it on that site.
Yeah, that's a good site to refer to also. Now, I can say this, going back to Solo Man real quick. Now, he does know how to tell you how can I say it? He was good in the beginning. Yeah, he's just a good salesman, what I was going to say. If you want to learn how to be a good box seller, a fire stick seller, he is good at that. If you want to learn how to be a good salesman, Solar Man was very good to teach you how to do that. I can say that. I can give him his props on that. Very much so.
Yeah, he
very
was
good on
salesman.
That.
Yeah, he was a good salesman. I mean, He was able to sell people on when he needed to repair his fence.
Because that was the hurricane.
Have a good day, DJ Things. Mm-hmm.
The hurricane.
The hurricane
yeah.
destroyed everything, but he didn't bother telling you his insurance was going to pay for it.
Well, of course
Right.
it was. I mean,
right.
that's where the first thing I was like, wait a minute, isn't that why people have insurance?
Right.
Especially you're living in
We
South
raised
Florida.
quite a bit of money with that GoFundMe.
Of course he did. Well, we've seen people on YouTube that got enough money for people to donate so they could pay for a car. We've seen that.
Right.
I mean, and even though that same person was making money off of IPTV hand over fist, but everybody donated because he needed to buy back his vehicle.
Right.
I mean, so never amazes me the gullibility of people and people trying to think that they are helping, and so they're willing to help.
They're like 20 minutes from him.
Yep.
Oh yeah. But then they need to turn around when he was saying something was destroyed. Then he turned around and did the next video. They just look like, yeah, that was crazy.
Show part of the
nothing
house.
Destroyed. Oh, my house is just so corrupt. It messed up this, messed up that. He got in the very next video, like what, the next day or so.
He was living in the van.
Yeah, he was living in his van because the house
living in
was
the
so
van.
messed up.
Yep, because it
But
was
not even like a day or two later, he's filming this house and oh yeah, Dimitrology. Yeah, that was another good YouTuber. And he did a video not too long ago. I did live not that long ago. But his house looks in perfect shape. He's going right to his refrigerator at that. Getting something in his house in perfect condition. The same house that people was raising money for.
Of course. It was a pre-recorded video.
Exactly. Oh yes, I forgot it was a pre-recorded. Yeah, how could we be so dumb? I mean, so he wanted everybody to think, Okay, Paper Plate has a question.
Well, your dynamic DNS, that's just where it'll help always point back. But your dynamic, I don't know. It's for the average user, DDNS just never seemed a viable option for me. I mean, I'd use it for like when I ran my own TeamSpeak server and stuff like that. That was about it. As far as SOX 5, for which most people are going to be using them for, as far as they'd be watching this, VPN's going to be the way to go on that. The others, they have their niche, and the best things to use them for. So it really just depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Doc Squiffy, some of his videos were pretty good, but I think he's got away from the most part. He's gotten away from streaming. I don't think he does too many videos so much on streaming anymore.
Yeah, he got tired of all his videos being taken down.
Yeah.
Or demonetized.
Yeah, and demonetized, yeah.
Yeah, if it got demonetized, he would go ahead and take it down because he didn't make
Morning, Mike G.
Yeah. So there goes again back to sometimes what Dabs's axe that I grind with a lot of people. It's like, you here to help or you here to make money? That's me. I mean, it just drives me crazy that there's so many of these people. They're not here to help. They're here to make some money, and so that it always makes me question, if you're just here to make some money, can I trust some of what you're saying, because all you're wanting is views on a video or clicks on a video.
Yep.
Oh.
Of course, I'll be one of the first to admit too. YouTube did get kind of ridiculous about taking videos down. Yeah. For those that did make a living from it.
Oh yeah, and you can't really make a lot of money anyways off of it anymore. I mean, you got to have a lot of a lot of views to make good money. I mean,
Oh yeah, and a ridiculous amount. Like, and this is non-Cody related. There's a group out there, a channel called Viva La Dirt. That that's how they make their living. It's a group of guys. They do a lot of videos, just constant content, great content. And they said many times on their channel they don't make enough to survive. They set up on other platforms as well, including Patreon and everything. And that's just to try to make a living because they don't make enough off of YouTube. And the sad part is them guys are freaking huge. And let's see if I can bring them up here. Like they have a video that was released 5 hours ago. It's already got 107,000 views.
Wow.
They have 2.16 million subscribers. And they can't make a living off of the videos they do.
I can't make a living off my videos either.
What?
Yeah, can't. Yep. I did get a check. I got a check about a month ago.
I was gonna say, did you
That's
get
why
your
you got
yearly
that
check?
ring. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. I got my $102 is what I got. It's been, and I told people it had been almost close to 2 years, if not 18 months, since the last time I got $100 from them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been probably 9 months for me. And see, I don't my YouTube channel's not even monetized. I've actually got ad revenue on a couple sites I've done that I get mine from. And I actually make more off that than I did even when I had my channel monetized.
Wow.
That's where about 3/4 of it came from, was the ad revenue from external sites, not even related to Cody or anything else.
Good morning, Bono. How are you this morning?
What's up, Bo?
The odd thing is, and I don't know why, in a sense, I mean, I know why, but I don't know how. I got an email this past month. I still got to fill out the paperwork for 2019 to get my next IP Vanish check. And I haven't done anything on them in probably 3 years.
Wow.
all at once, boom, I'm getting a commission check. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't even advertise these fools anymore. But
well, it's probably somebody that renewed.
Good morning, Storm.
If they renewed, I guess they're getting.
Yeah, I think it's like one account that paid like $5 or $4 a month that has kept it all this time, and I finally earned enough commission to get another check. That means about every 2 to 3 years I'll be getting a check from them.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
That's if you have to wait 2 to 3 years.
Hey, that's free money. Hey, it's money. It's all I
free
care
money. Hey, free is for me. That's great. Have you thought? Have you thought about doing any more live shows, Maldiv? I mean, peanut butter.
I don't even know if I'm going to get a chance to. It's, I thought with the pandemic it would slow down enough with work, but oh no, it's picked up.
Oh wow!
At least for me.
So they need you.
Yeah, it's like I worked 50, 60 hours this past week. Was on call this weekend. I'm taking over some stuff involving budget, yearly budget, and all that. So things are picking up at work.
Well, I want to publicly say we appreciate you and the Butcher for all the hard work you guys are doing during this pandemic and stuff, going out there and risking and everything, and working during this pandemic. Just to practice, during the safety and still being able to go out there and work. We really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's just keep that check rolling in here.
Yeah,
so, hey, that's the reason I could buy that big ass ring that I sent.
I know, and you're being able to feed America.
Yeah.
But let's face it, if you hadn't have been working, you've been able to
Mhm.
get 2 of them rings.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, my old
Thank
lady's
you,
goddaughter was
Sean.
making more on unemployment than I do working.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why they said on the news yesterday that they were going to cut back on the unemployment because they keep
Well,
encouraging people to stay home with the amount. I guess.
the Republicans say they want to cut back. The Democrats say
Yes.
no, keep giving the amount. And
Hmm.
I mean, personally, it needs to be based where they make about the same they were if they were still working, rather
Right.
than more or less, because it's going to be
Right.
less with unemployment. It's like, what is it, 65%, something like that.
Right.
It
It need to be where
level
it
it
could be
out.
sustainable, where they still can be able to take care of their families.
Yeah, and I understand that. Yeah, if you're at home more, your utilities are going to be a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And let's face it, you're going to eat more. So your cost of living is going to go up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: then you need to get with the utilities and all that to keep that under control,
Mm-hmm.
because we all know how they love to raise those prices.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that need to be kept under control. Other companies, insurance companies, things like that stepped up. For example, our car insurance company gave a massive credit to all customers.
I heard that. Yeah, a lot of companies been doing that as far as the insurance.
Yep. But then what do utilities do? They raise the price.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's a lot of different things that would need to be looked at about it. But
I know us personally, as far as with my family, we personally, if it's not too hot outside, we've been doing a lot of grilling. We've been going in our backyard. We've been going outside a lot. So that's been helping, if nothing else. So,
I would
just
have,
going outside, enjoying our backyard.
not to do a stab at dabs, but if meat wasn't so expensive right now, then I'd probably be doing more grilling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all
Exactly.
you gotta do is you just got to be smart and buy it when it's on sale.
Oh yeah.
I'm not big on eating meat. I'm sorry, not to take a stab at you either,
No,
but
that's all right.
when I can't digest meat, I can,
Here, I mean, like Kroger here, they I don't know about everywhere else.
we
And I
have
don't know if
Kroger's
it's
as well.
company-wide. Kroger price a hamburger for the cheap stuff in the tubes went up to over $5 a pound.
Yeah.
Now, this is where you need to know your grocery stores around you and all. For example, we have what has been termed the Gucci Kroger here, because it's one of the upscale markets. As far as it's like twice the size of all the other Krogers. It's got the marketplace in it and all that stuff. And they have a big section that's for manager specials on meat, where they don't put it out there the day of the sell by date. They put it out there like a day or two before and drastically cut the price on it. You find stuff like that all the time. You just have to know where to look. Like we got Johnsonville Italian sausage over the weekend, 99 cents a thing. That's normally 5 something, because it was on manager special. So we ended up doing lasagna yesterday for dinner. And the old lady was didn't know what to think at first. She picked one up. She said, 99 cents. Look, she said, look, we can go ahead and do the lasagna, because a lot of the other stuff was on sale. And I said, 99 cents. I said, hell, get the rest of them.
Exactly.
I was like, hell, we'll take it home, throw it in the deep freeze.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up getting, I think, like 5 or 6 pounds of it for like 99 cents each.
Another thing too at the grocery store, FYI, and I know the butcher, of course, he works at the grocery store, so he knows if you go early in the morning, a certain day of the week, I know that at one of our grocery stores, it's like Wednesday. You go early in the morning, the meats are marked down.
We have to do it every day. So
most days, early in the morning.
Every day, but some days you will have some days, because you have only a certain number of days that you can sell it. So some days you will have more there's more markdowns on certain days than others.
Ours is Wednesday.
So yeah, see, so Wednesday is probably because they overproduced for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So they produced a lot of product for the weekend, thinking that they were going to do amount of sales.
Mm-hmm.
Monday and Tuesdays are usually a lower, slower volume. So they produced a lot of product on Saturday, Sunday. Didn't sell it over the weekend. Then Monday and Tuesday was slow. So come Wednesday, you got to mark it down because the date is getting close on it. So that's why it's kind of like you got to look 3 or 4 days out, depends on the store, of when they processed it. So yeah, Wednesdays, Thursdays can be good markdown days for grocery stores. But my store, every morning we mark down every morning, and we do markdowns. And so buying it like that, or just pick up a sales ad in all your local stores and look at who's got hamburger on sale. Someone's going to have hamburger on sale each week. Someone's going to have pork chops on sale. Someone's going to have chicken. So you just have to be smart and say, okay, Kroger's has chicken breast for 99 cents this week. All right. So I got to make sure at some point this week I'm going to swing by Kroger's, pick up 4 or 5 packs of chicken breasts. I'll throw them in the freezer. Oh, Food Lion's got a hamburger on sale this week for whatever price. I'm going to swing by Food Line and pick up some hamburger. You just have to be smart. For me that lives alone, I can pace myself. So each week I buy what's on sale or what's marked down for that week, and I stick it in my freezer, and then I got it. And that's how you have to shop when steaks are on sale. If ribeyes are on sale, you're gonna have to bite the bullet that week. If it's steaks, if you like ribeyes, you buy up extra packs, you put them in the freezer, put them in Ziploc bags, and then you got them. You don't wait when they go back up to $15 a pound. You don't buy them then. You buy them when when they're $8 a pound.
It's like we do a lot of or from time to time we'll do a lot of chicken legs and thighs. I've got certain
leg
recipes.
Quarters, yeah.
Well, so what I'll do is when I see them on sale, around here, the Kroger will have a sale of good quality chicken that's like 59 cents a pound. And say I stock up, then's an understatement, because when you can buy one of the big packages of thighs and big packages of legs for like $4, you're a fool not to. And of course, I bring it home to separate out, just like you said. I separate it out in gallon bags, and I separate it out so that I pull one bag out of the freezer, and that's what's being cooked for dinner. As far as the meat part of it, it's just that one bag. And it's the same thing with all meat. You just have to keep an eye on it, not just for the sales, but also the manager specials. Because if you have a deep freeze, you can save all kinds of money with them by getting them on the specials and everything, bring them home and freezing them right away.
Smart stuff to do. I mean, that's what you have to do. I mean, you don't. It helps my profits when people don't do that. So, but yeah, I mean, prices of meat have went up. I've seen that all the way across the border, because most companies, like there was packing plants were closed for weeks. Some of them were. There's just so many infrastructure things that changed.
It's called price on demand.
Yep.
Right. So you just got to know, and always, like I always tell people, when you go to the grocery store, always grab that. If you haven't done it at home, always grab the sales paper and take time to look through the sales paper first. And there's always go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now, always look through the sales paper first, because the sales paper is your friend. Seriously, because you are blindly buy stuff that you didn't intend to buy. And definitely write down that coupons. Definitely coupon.
We know Sharon. She a coupon queen there.
Oh yeah,
walking around her damn binder. I know she's one of them.
Hey,
right.
There's nothing wrong with that. But now,
apparently,
that money.
Apparently,
There's
so is
a.
mine, Todd.
Oh yeah. We have shells for stock. I'm just saying. Um,
Stockpile.
there's another thing that a lot of people just kind of automatically toss, especially right now. But there's times me and the daughter, we won't eat before work, and we'll stop at a Rally's or a Wendy's or something like that on the way. Be sure to look at them coupons too, even if you only use them
Keep them in
twice
your
a year.
car.
Because, for example, Rally's, she's always had their chicken and stuff, but she's never had their burgers. My daughter, and this latest round of coupons, they didn't have the one she normally gets. So I told her, get a double cheese combo. And they're normally like, I think normally like $6 something, almost $7. And the coupon was that combo was $2.99. And it made it cheaper than what she even normally gets. So, stuff like that, that cut the price by over half. So, like Sharon said, keep them in the car. Go ahead and cut them up. Keep them in the car. We keep ours on the fridge.
You can zip like Meg if you need to.
Yep, because we keep ours at a certain spot on the fridge
Sorry,
because
Mike
we leave. But that's just because we do actually, use them a little often. But if you don't, still cut them up, put them in something, keep them in the car. That way, if you're out and decide you want something, you've got them.
Yes.
Morning, ladies and gents.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, always just always keep your coupons with you no matter where you go. And I don't, like I said, a lot of stores unfortunately not doing them so much anymore, but you still can check. Still check anyway.
Yeah,
see if they offer rain checks.
Kroger just sent out a round of coupons here this past week for the first time in a while. We got a booklet for the first time in a while that had the coupons for the hamburger and stuff like that in it. And they haven't been doing them, but they did this past week finally.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely. You can get a coupon for something, make sure you see, I mean, even online, use your phone, use the apps, Like when I go to Walmart, like I said, I never go to Walmart without using the app and scanning everything, the food and everything, because they have hidden prices. Those are coupons. Sam's Club, hidden prices. The app is on your phone. You have a Sam's Club card? And like I went to Sam's yesterday. The coupons were on the card, in your phone. Scan,
Yep.
And if you could help it, write down a list, that helps save too. Stick to the list as much as possible.
Never go to the grocery hungry.
Oh boy.
No, not if you could help it. Not if you could help it. Eat something before you go. That's one of the worst things you can go. And if you're going for health purposes, always start with the fruit and vegetable section. So you can get your healthy stuff first.
I have gotten spoiled with this Shaw's Instacart home delivery.
Oh yeah. What you gonna do what you gonna go do? Oh yeah. Well, now that you're going back to work, are you gonna start going back in the actual stores now?
We're going
ready to go back to work?
We go back September 8th is the proposed date right now. I think that's probably going to change because Massachusetts numbers are creeping up a little bit.
Yeah, they may be closing.
Yeah, my old lady, they pushed theirs all the way back to like January.
Wow.
My sister-in-law said that we're on a watch list over here.
Oh, you're on a watch list.
To see when we're
I was waiting on Mike to say something.
No, to see when no. Forget about what Michelle just said.
Oh no, we got you on a watch list, Marcos. Don't worry.
To see when we're able to go back. I guess the whole pandemic.
A lot of companies are starting to gauge it, but luckily, a lot of people have been able to work from home, like Mike and me.
Oh, I've been
Of course, I only got to work from home for 2 weeks, but
right.
then I was back in the office. So
Today is my 21st week.
yeah, shut up.
You know what? I think I told you, Maud, that where I work, there was a very strict policy of no working from home.
Yep. Oh, where my old lady works at, it's the same thing.
Yep.
But believe it or not, she is only one of 2 people that don't work from home. The rest of them
Yes.
are working from home.
And I mean, for myself and my coworkers that work in the IT departments, we've always made the argument we can do it from home. Now that this has happened, we have proved that we can successfully do it. So,
Oh yeah.
when we go back, it'll be 2 weeks in the office, 2 weeks out of the office. That's what.
See, my position, there's one person on site per shift.
Yeah.
And we're there on site, have been since anybody went back. And the rest of our department, they're on a rotating schedule. Certain people are on Mondays and Wednesdays, certain ones on Thursday or Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yep.
And I'm pretty much about the only one there on Fridays.
Right. I mean, in New York, where our headquarters are, that's what they're doing. They're having one person in a day. I'm the only one in Massachusetts for the 3 offices. So.
Good girl.
Yeah, see, and the sad part is on Fridays, I'm always there because of the fact that I'm the one that forwards the phones to whoever's next on the on-call.
Oh, right.
So even on Fridays where they tell everybody, hey, everybody, every shift, you can go home early. Everybody but me.
Right. Well, you can forward that phone remotely, I'm sure.
They can. I can't.
Right.
But they don't like doing that, so I get to stay.
Gotcha.
All right.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Your time was a little crooked, though.
Yeah, well, I was a little bit in a hurry there.
Yeah, it looked like it. It looked like it.
Oh, it looked like it. Thanks a lot there, Mike. Yeah, it looked
No,
like
it looked like you were in a hurry. I was watching.
Yeah.
It played out well. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now all they gotta do is meet at the. Now all they gotta do is have the wedding at the border.
Yep.
That's right, Mike. So we got to go so we can chant barrel.
There you go.
But Michelle ain't gonna go.
Where
wedding at the border.
Where will the ceremony happen? There or here, Todd?
It's gonna happen in Canada.
Nice.
I'm gonna do it there.
We're shooting for I'm shooting for Niagara Falls so I can get him to go over, on the barrel.
There you go.
Can I just get past my honeymoon before I go over to the I want to at least enjoy a little bit.
Right.
Well, I'll think about it. Like I have any say in any of it,
Yeah, it would be funny if I could do it right where the U.S. Canadian border is, and like do it right there
so
on
nice.
right on the line.
Yeah, she sticks her hand
nice
out.
And romantic.
She sticks her hand out for the ring, and it goes on right on the border.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That'd be nice if they allow that to happen.
Yeah, I'll have to maybe
be right here in front of your YouTube family.
I should
automatic dual citizenship that way.
Yeah, I should petition the governments and say, you're stopping love.
Right.
That's right. You're stopping love. That's right. Yeah, we all signed a petition. Everybody put a one in the chat.
Yeah,
you want this petition to happen?
I get a thing back from Trump, from Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it?
What he would do is take a picture of your petition and then do a tweet.
Oh yeah, it had to be a tweet about it.
There would be a big tweet about it.
And he'd be like, to quote Tina Turner, what's love got to do with it?
Yeah, that would be fun.
You know how Trump feel about borders.
Yeah.
Right.
He'd be like, there's not going to be any holes in the wall.
Well, the Canadians don't want nothing to do with us right now during the pandemic, and I don't like them one bit.
They don't know, actually, because they actually blew. There was a
hold on
petition
1 second, just a second. I'm back.
Right.
If
Right.
people there was a petition that went around that if people were in long-term relationships, if they could be established that they were in long-term relationships, even if they weren't married, they would be allowed. The Americans would be allowed to come in. And she even had family members that said, "No, I don't think that that's a good idea because we don't. Their numbers are too high. We don't want Americans coming into our country."
Right.
But yeah, there was an official petition that went to their parliament or whoever it goes to there.
What the hell do you do? Send your Snapchat?
I don't know.
And the videos?
Hey, well, I could submit my my Friday show and be like, hey,
Yeah, your
go
phone
see.
logs. Yeah.
Or yeah, that or you'd have to send proof of the plane, your plane flights or whatever. And
Yep.
passport. I mean, you think about it, the passport, they know every time I've been, they can pull up my passport history. So
Right.
Hey, I just want to throw this out there real quick.
Oh, this is going to be good. If it starts like that, this is going to be good.
Well, no, this just because I just saw it's something I just saw.
Oh, okay.
So, among others, Dwayne Johnson just bought the XFL.
He bought what?
The XFL.
Oh wow.
Well, him and other partners.
I bet they got a good deal on it.
15 million.
They had a coupon.
They had a Groupon for 15 million.
A Groupon. Oh yeah. Oh, that's another thing don't sleep on to get deals. Use Groupon. I love Groupon. One of my favorite apps.
But yeah, it looks like they got it for 15 million.
That's cheap. If you
Wow.
think about
That
it.
is cheap.
This was the best time to get it too during the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Smart.
But yeah, it looks like that I'm seeing the posts were starting to come out like an hour ago or something like that. Where him and a group of partners had bought it.
Wow.
So maybe something will actually happen with it now. Be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah, it will be.
You're going to get whacked with some weather coming up the coast here.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I wonder
already
how
got
baseball is going to go. Sorry.
You getting it? You have it, Todd? Yeah.
Yeah, we already got the rain. I'm looking out looking out the back window at the porch and watching the rain coming down. It started a few hours ago.
Yeah, got to move some cushions and grill covers, I think. It's hot today.
Girl.
Marco's
My
going
dear,
with
are you
you.
thinking about getting that sofa baton with if it's still on sale for $23? Or did you get one already? I'm at peanut butter.
No, I ain't getting one.
I know
Marco's got one. He don't buy
they had a
nothing.
flash sale last night for $23.
Nah, I've got my 16.
Yeah, I love my Re 16 too. But that's a great deal. I know it wasn't. Latif said he got his as low as 16.
I just don't need another device to lose.
Another device to lose.
Right, pretty much.
Yeah.
You don't need another device, period.
Marcos, go away now.
Adios.
Anyway, yeah, we may get ready to wind down in a minute. Also, I want to say real quick, I don't know how baseball is going to go with both of these teams. With so many people coming out with COVID on these two baseball teams.
I thought I seen something that they canceled because one of them got the virus or something like that.
There's two teams that got the virus. Two teams. They said
Marlins were the first.
You're right, the Marlins. Yeah. And they mentioned another team, but I can't remember. I wrote it down, and I can't remember what the other team was. But they said two major baseball teams.
I'm just happen to be looking through my Amazon stuff, and I see there's a Fire TV 4K bundle with the Echo Dot. So you get the third generation Echo Dot with a 4K Fire Stick for $65.
Okay, but you better look at how much they cost individually, because that's what I was looking at.
Well, I mean, all by itself. Okay, so the Fire Stick 4K is normally $49 or $50. Now they did have it for $36, it was $36 a while back ago. Well,
Mhm.
but so then I don't know how much these third generation dots are by themselves.
Usually 25. I mean, when they're on sale, they're 25. When they're not, they're yeah, about 40.
Probably 50,
50. Yeah,
probably got to be 50.
yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, because the normal price for this is $100 is what it's showing, but it's on sale
Okay.
for $65.
Okay.
That's the third generation Echo Dot with a 4K stick, which is
Mhm.
again, it's not a bad price. Not a bad price. I mean,
Verizon still has buy 3 4K sticks, get them for 33 cents a piece.
so it's at $33 a piece or something like that.
Yep, if you buy 3, you just go to the Verizon site, check out as guest, and they're $33.33. 2-day FedEx free shipping.
Good girl.
I really don't want to know what Marcos is doing.
I can only imagine.
I feel very uncomfortable being part of this. I feel like I'm being part of something that's probably illegal in many states.
It probably is. Marcos is involved.
Well, he's on Mexico time, so he's fine.
They're,
No, I just love getting Michelle.
He likes calling Mike. He likes
Okay.
calling Mike a girl because he fantasizes about him.
okay. Okay. Morning show, children in chat. This is Simi's channel. And
On that note,
yeah.
it's going
On
on
that note,
12:30.
yeah, it's
So-
going on that. So we're finna get ready to wind down.
Yeah, because I
And
gotta get
we're
ready
going to
for
start
work.
with Marcos because Marcos is special and we all love Marcos. We're
Ladies
glad he's
first.
here.
Ladies first. Go ahead, Marco.
No, go ahead.
Marcos, do you have
Go
any
ahead,
final
Michelle.
words you'd like to say?
Thanks for having me. Everybody have a good day, night, evening, wherever you are.
It's not night or evening.
See you all
Okay,
next
go
time.
ahead. Okay, Mike.
Sharon, thanks for having me. Always fun over here. Enjoy your day. Everyone be safe.
Okay. Peanut butter?
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. And as usual, I joined the show and we ended up on food somehow. So
Yeah, as usual. Yum, yum, yum. The butcher?
Thanks for having me. Good way to spend my morning while I was drinking some coffee. Now it's time for lunch. So thanks for that. And tune in on Wednesdays. On Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll be able to see Sharon this week. We're going to review a couple movies, which was Lars and the Real Girl and Fracture. So be sure to watch those movies prior to the show so that you can chime in and maybe even join the show to tell us what you think about those movies.
Yes. I'd like to thank all my guests that were on the show today. I'd like to thank the butcher. Congratulations once again to you and Blue. I'm so happy for the both of you. Thank you, Peanut Butter, for coming. Thank you, Mike G. Thank you, Marcos, for stopping by. And you could have been anywhere else, but we thank everyone for coming. And if you haven't, on your way in, on your way out, make sure you press that like, share, subscribe. And with that, hitting that bell icon, press all so you'll get all our notifications. And we'll be here tomorrow morning at 9:35 a.m. for the MS7 Morning Show. And with that being said, this is MS7 and this is Shrimp and Sharon, and we are out. Have a good day. Bye.
bye-bye.